Yeah, I guess we should.
What was
We're
that?
live?
What was
yeah.
that?
We're really live?
Yeah, we're really live.
Yeah, I bumped on mic. Hey, what's up, guys?
We're a minute late, so we should probably start the show.
Yes, cue the cat, and I want to say hello to Matthew Longo, who says pinball or seek the game cat. I am or seek Joe Mojo Mellow Death Metal Game Cat. What the hell is that?
Bong rips.
Nice one. Nice.
I was just sipping my coffee, but I still choked on it.
Yeah, right. They can't tell.
Blasphemy.
That is a bong rip.
You guys are really throwing me off my game
That's
here.
what we
Big
do.
Fat Frog, Droid Maker, Sonic the Game Cat, Joe Grover, Warren Gore. That guy is Will VR, Great Tantrum. Johnny Ripe Off the Stray Cat, Meow, Duran Fan VR, Gumballs Game Room, Woody the Bluebird, Wink Rogers, the Game Cat, Secrets of or Seek. Wow, all of you guys here so early. Corix, the Game Cat. You need to change your name to Final Assault, the Game Cat.
That's true.
Dave Pate, Metal, Unicorn Girl, Guys Up Fist Bump to you. Rody, what's up, dude?
That was it.
There's so many people.
You crashed and burned. The cat was still on the screen, and I'm like,
Oh, cat's still on the screen? Oh, okay. Unicorn Girl, Boy Brown, Raul Barbie, the Mad Rat. Hello, guys. Solo, what's up? Kev Barrett, Imzadi, Lou, the Game Cat wins. Fatality.
flawless victory. This is PSVR GamesCast Live, where we film every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I showered today.
Wow.
You know, normally that wouldn't be a big deal.
Under
But
quarantine,
Yeah.
that's pretty difficult to keep up with.
sirens on my end.
Yes.
The apocalypse is here. Yeah, that really was coffee, by the way. I was like sipping on it. Like, holy crap, that sounds really familiar.
All right, so before you get through the whole intro thing, check this out.
How dare I finish anything around here without getting interrupted?
No housekeeping. We need to make this take as long as possible.
Oh,
Look at this
so
box I just got from my parents, man. They just mailed me, like 2-day mailed me a bunch of toilet paper.
were you in desperate need? Like 2-day mail?
I'm getting pretty low. Yeah, they didn't need to 2-day it. I got like a roll and a half, 2 rolls, but it's hard to come by.
I mean,
Exciting times, guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Also, Discord updated when I wasn't paying attention. Now we have green boxes around us whenever we talk. I'll figure that out hopefully eventually and get rid of them, but it's weird. I don't like it.
We could start using Zoom instead, like everybody else in the world.
Everyone else is using Zoom.
No.
I did that with my parents this week, and they were all jealous of my backgrounds. I was in space. I was on the Simpsons couch. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. I'm glad it worked out. All right, guys. I'm Bryan Paul from this channel right here with that Parole, and of course the gentleman with me as always, Dave from Dave Station VR, and AJ right here in the middle from PSVR Underground. Guys, I know this is a huge thing. You know, we ramp up for this every 3 months. The big top 25 debate. We want to make sure we, duke it out and make sure every game that should have a mention gets mentioned. But before all that happens, I think we should probably tackle some news. We're going to skip like the formalities, should we or shouldn't we, all that stuff, just because we want to kind of streamline the first half of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it tight today because we want to get into the big debate, and we got a couple bits of news, significant news. And
I'm sorry to stop you. I can't believe I got to stop you. I got to stop you twice. I'm gonna have to. First one is Johnny Ripop, the stray cat. Great guy. He's always hanging around. He's one of our mods. He says lamp.
Lamp. Hell yeah. If anyone doesn't
know
know,
what that's about.
Lamp is the new way for us to LMAO.
Okay, got it.
It was a vodka / spell check error, and now it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right. Well, I might have some vodka errors myself because I've got a little bit left here that I will do. A little shot for Bel Ramio, actually. This is for Bel Ramio. 25 euros.
Thank you so much.
I'm not here. You don't see me. It's your consciousness telling you to make sure that everyone is aware that the top 3 PSVR games are.
Oh, here we go.
That up a little bit. Vertigo Home.
yes,
Immortal Legacy, and Box VR. In no particular order, but I have to assume he means number 1 is Vertigo Home, of course. And then Darkness Toller Coaster update tomorrow, he says.
Yeah,
it's like a roller coaster. You're going to pay the roller coaster toll.
I did see that Darkness Roller Coaster has an
my
update tomorrow.
God.
Somehow it didn't
Damn it,
make.
Bel Ramio. More from Bel Ramio.
Okay.
5 more. He says, "Oh, forgot Bizarre Barber and Guck Iron Man."
it's not on PSVR
Not
yet.
even out yet.
Not here yet.
No.
With that out of the way, thank you guys for the big donos.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And,
Really appreciate
a lot
it.
of the news.
All right, let's dive into the news. Let's do this thing.
All right. So first up, PlayStation from the official Twitter announced at 2:00 p.m. today that they said update. SIE has made the difficult decision to delay the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Marvel's Iron Man VR until further notice.
Yeah.
Logistically, the global crisis is preventing us from providing the launch experience our players deserve. So what I found out about this, guys, is basically it's more about the supplies. I think it was Jason Schreiber from Kotaku.
Schreier. Kotaku.
Schreier, that he basically said that this isn't a development thing. The games are about done. This is kind of out of their control. This is more about the issues with the making the physical copies. So Brian, Dave, GameCats,
yes,
what do you say?
I think that's really unfortunate. I mean, the rest of the world is changing the way it does things to account for this. And if the games are done, they already have a supply chain digitally. I mean, people are obviously going to want to hold out for a physical. But honestly, during these kind of times, if you released Last of Us, people, even if they wanted a physical, would probably buy it digital and then end up buying it again. So it's, at the end, more money in their pockets, I feel like, if they just released it. I don't know. If it's just about physical, it seems weird to hold up the whole thing.
No, as far as I'm concerned, like Iron Man, obviously, we want that as soon as possible. It's already been delayed once. That sucks. But as far as I'm concerned, The Last of Us, delay the fuck out of that, man. Like I don't want to watch. My dad sent me a text today asking if I've seen this movie Contagion, and I was like, listen, not the kind of movie I want to watch right now.
Yeah,
right.
It's like number one on Netflix. And
right.
Shit,
I'm sure it's great, and I think I've seen it already. But I was like, you know what? I'm like, I can't watch House.
Just watch Tiger King instead.
Right.
Just watch Tiger King.
I can't watch House without thinking I'm getting sick, and I certainly can't watch Contagion without thinking I've got the virus. So like, as far as I'm concerned, The Last of Us always painted this interesting glimpse of the future where like society has fallen, the wildlife has taken over, right? And like that, when that seemed impossible, it seemed kind of romanticized. It was like, oh, this is kind of a cool look at the future, but we're dangerously close to that. I don't want to play a game that illustrates that right now. Iron Man's a different story.
Well, that's the kind of the thing that they're saying about Resident Evil. Did you
just pick up on that on that pronunciation?
That's how you say it. Kotaku. Yeah, Kotaku.
Yeah, Kotaku.
So, but yeah, the interesting thing too about Resident Evil 3 Remake is like it starts with the words "There's been an outbreak" and it's spreading through, and all this shit, and it's just like.
To be honest with you guys, I was actually trying to talk more about Iron Man VR. Like I get that Last of Us Part 2 is a big deal, but I wanted to keep it focused on Iron Man. And I was going to ask you, do you think they should release the demo? Hashtag release the demo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we want to play it, man.
Dave?
Dave's frozen. But man, he's frozen in the greatest way possible.
Smile.
It's amazing.
I was like, wow, Dave, I'm happy to see you too, man. Well, I guess this is Dave's, one PlayStation. That's somebody needs to take a still shot of that. That's a really good picture of Dave.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
Yeah, you sound terrible, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm on my phone now because this is, I think I set a world record for how quickly my laptop fucking froze up and died.
Yeah.
So it's good to have technical issues on at the beginning.
Well, we always know you.
Turn it sideways, Dave. Turn landscape. There we go.
Okay, I got you, landscape. Is that better?
Yeah, I don't mind if you sound terrible, but you got to look fucking sexy, dude.
Okay, I'll do my best.
All right, but yeah, what do you guys think? Do you want them? You think, because we know the Iron Man VR demo was registered on PSN on all regions. You think they should release it, or around maybe
give
May
us a
15th?
demo for sure. Absolutely.
Do you think?
Why not?
Do you think that it runs the risk?
Demo, so.
Do you think that it runs the risk of if you release a demo too early, people fizzle out on it too early? Like they play it, they love it, and then like months later, the game's still not out, the hype has died out, and they don't care anymore.
I think maybe once but during these times, it would be really cool, man, to have this demo.
I
to
think
be
so.
excited.
It would be cool during these times, but I don't know if that would be good for sales. And I think that's the more important thing. We've got so many games coming out over the next few weeks that I think that it's not the worst thing that this got delayed. And also, there's a little part of me that says this might be a little bit of a cover up here. The game's not fucking ready, right? Camouflage is not a huge, gigantic AAA team, and they seem to be making a huge, gigantic AAA game. I don't
know about cover up.
It's a conspiracy. Absolutely.
It's not, I don't know about that. I mean, they
totally
said The Last of Us is pretty much done. It's just the physical.
I thought we weren't talking about The Last of Us. You told me to stop talking about The Last of Us, AJ. But I'm only talking about Iron Man. Camouflage isn't.
I just didn't want to look. Mr. Conspiracy. I just didn't want to go into huge conspiracy theories. But yeah, just wanted to shed the news on that being delayed.
It's working again.
We got.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool.
We do got to kind of keep this moving, though, if we want to get to the great debate.
We can keep it moving as long as we only talk about the things
I'm
AJ wants
not
to
getting
talk
into.
about.
I'm not getting into conspiracy theories, Brian. I'm not going to sit here and talk about.
What do we think about it? I think people are full of shit. That's what I think.
So you think they just they're just piggybacking?
They're riding.
On what's going on?
They're riding the
they're
virus.
They're
wave.
like, oh, they're delayed.
Yeah. Like if we sneak in the news right here, no one will even notice. It'll be just like everyone else.
I'm calling Jesse Ventura.
I'm calling Ace Ventura. He's going to get to the bottom of this shit.
That's true. All right. So in other news, according to IGN.com, IGN UK, says Sony launches $100 million COVID-19 relief fund. Basically, they're going to be going 10 million will go to medical organizations around the world. They're also going to be supporting like education and entertainment industry. So just a cool thing I wanted to give a shout out to Sony for, because you guys all buy Sony products. So, you're indirectly helping the cause, just to let you know, just by playing video games. How cool is that?
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's finally, I've seen a lot of people saying, rightfully so, that it's like we've been preparing for this forever, and all the stuff we weren't supposed to do, like stay inside and play video games all day, is suddenly what the entire world demands
to do.
We really need to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's great,
sure.
man. Everybody's sitting there and playing video games every day. You're doing your part to fight this thing, and we are going to win. We are going to win this thing. It will end.
Most of us will win.
Yes.
Yeah.
The darkest way to respond to that comment.
That would be dark.
I'm already.
That would be dark.
I've convinced myself already. If I get it, I'm fucking dead. So I'm trying not to get it. I'm like, I'll be the one guy who's like 30, and it's like,
dude, Balloon Key in the chat says the whole coronavirus is a cover up so they can delay Iron Man.
wow,
Brian,
I like
2020.
He's got a galaxy brain over there.
Also, Balloon Key's my new dude, man. Like he hung out during the Resident Evil 7 stream just to help me through one part that we never even did. Like he was there for hours, ready to help me through Lucas's escape room.
Nice. But yeah, awesome thing. You can go check out more on that on uk.ign.com. It's probably on the main IGN as well. But it's good on you, Sony. Glad to be a part of. Of course, we're not like officially with Sony. They would never fucking hire us, but but it's still
don't sell
great.
yourself short, man.
So anyways, some great news moving on from here on out. That was just wanted to get that out of the way, because we are here to talk about happy, awesome things, because there's so much good things going on, including Brian, Dave, and GameCast.
What's happening? How's it going?
What?
Hey.
Diego Martin.
Yeah.
Who's that?
From Sumalab.
Ooh, you're talking about this Crisis Brigade.
He tweeted out and said, maybe it's not Half-Life Alyx. Wow, by the way. But it's VR, has guns, rifles, explosions, and a lot of action. Difficult times for developing here, but we hope to deliver soon enough to entertain your isolation.
How good does this trailer look for Crisis Brigade 2?
It looks so goddamn good.
Right?
It looks
the only thing
really
is,
good.
I know that's PC footage, unfortunately. It's got to be PC footage. Do we know if they're trying to do day and date PSVR with PC? Because when they say coming soon, I feel like that's a lot easier to accomplish on Steam. Especially with Sony in the States.
Hashtag PS4 first.
Yeah.
And then it says hashtag indie dev, hashtag Oculus, hashtag HTC, game dev shooter.
Let's hope it's coming to all platforms at the same time. We'll find out.
Did you guys see? This isn't news exactly, but apparently the Pistol Whip devs retweeted that and said this game was a huge inspiration for us making Pistol Whip, which is really cool because Pistol Whip's getting a lot of buzz lately.
Oh yeah.
And he said Crisis Brigade thumbs up whenever we talk about it, but it's not really on the radar. So it's cool to see somebody from a really big dev team, or not big, but like popular. So
that's like Beat Saber giving somebody a shout out, pretty much.
Exactly.
And he said that he would play Crisis Brigade while wearing headphones or like blasting music or something like that, which is really cool. But this game, this Crisis Brigade 2 footage looks fantastic. I mean, it looks like Blood and Truth, or like what was the demo on VR Worlds? London Heist.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to go. It looks like Scavenger's Odyssey. So
No.
random.
Danger ball to me, man.
Right. No, but so what's our take on this? Do we think it's going to play the same as Crisis Brigade 1? Everything, there doesn't seem to be any locomotion here. It seems like you're just standing in spot after spot after spot.
Right.
So I'm hoping they've improved that.
I'm fine with that. I'd like it to be more kind of like Blood and Truth or like Time Crisis, that sort of point to a node and you move there and you can shoot along the way.
Yeah.
Because I think that's always a much more fun kind of dynamic way to do one of these light gun shooters. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Very excited.
It looks so good. I cannot wait. And I texted him. I tweeted at him and said, I'm still patiently waiting for the North American update for Crisis Brigade 1 for the multiplayer in North America, because we still haven't gotten that yet. If you have an EU account, you do have it. But he said that they are submitting again for Sunday. So fingers crossed, everybody. Wish you the best of luck.
They're submitting for Sunday, or they're submitting on Sunday?
Let's see. He says another attempt to QA team this Sunday. Cross your fingers.
Okay, so hopefully this upcoming week then.
I love it. His name's Kano, and his Twitter handle is Kano Wins.
I love it.
How fucking cool is that?
Yep. Oh,
Kano's a little underrated. A little underrated.
I mean, is he?
He is in the later games. In the first game, he sucked.
Yeah.
But
hey, can you guys see and hear me again?
We can.
Okay.
You're a mess.
I might restart this whole computer while I'm on the phone with you guys. It seems like a good idea.
That works.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
Definitely looking forward to Crisis Brigade 2.
Sorry about this, guys.
Also, no worries, dude. And also shout out to Diego Martin. He sent me this HD version of the trailer at the absolute last minute. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you helping me out. But we need to move on. What's next, AJ?
Just Incredible says, so next Monday.
Next Monday.
Hashtag next Monday.
Right.
Him and Corix are giving them so much shit.
That is really funny.
But they do it out of love. They're just messing with them.
Yeah, I can't wait to get I actually have the multiplayer update because I still don't know what region my game is in. I thought I had the North American version. I have it. And so, I'm just waiting for you guys so we can play it together.
All right.
No, it's weird how they're rolling it out so slowly across the regions. But yeah, let's move on.
All right.
Sorry.
Joe Gerber says if Dave ever fixes these issues, I'm out.
Yeah, I just hope I don't have to hold my damn phone this whole time. It's my arms.
You'll get it fixed. It always comes together about 30 minutes in.
Yeah, something like that.
And then it goes strong. All right.
I'm
So
going to take Carlos out.
all right. So there is a huge sale on PSN right now. Spring sale is what it's called. You can see it from your XMBL when you log into PlayStation or go to the PlayStation Store or just check anywhere else pretty much online. And there's a lot of games on sale that both EU and NA have some really good games. Most notably, I wanted to give a shout out to Chair in a Room.
I love that I had the trailer playing already.
Yes. For anyone who hasn't picked up Chair in a Room yet, for $11, everybody was talking about what was that one by Supermassive Games?
Sorry, Impatient?
Impatient, thank you. I think Chair in a Room for $11 is a much better game.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Than Impatient for $11.
I feel really bad about this, but I still have not played Chair in a Room.
It's very good. You should pick it up. It's a cool. Yeah. I've said before. It reminded me a little bit. It's not like anything like it, but it kind of gave me these vibes of like True Detective. Like it's got that kind of eerie, dark, gritty thriller kind of thing, and it has some scary.
One of True Detective you're talking
about. I think that's the only season I've seen. But it has some really creepy shit, and it's a really really good game by Wolf and Wood, same people that made Exorcist. And soon to be coming at some point.
Hotel
R&R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a good one, man. Absolutely. This is kind of like a more fully realized version of The Exorcist, and actually it works a lot better than The Exorcist. I haven't heard anyone complain about any game-breaking bugs or anything like that.
No, not at all. It's very smooth. But cool story in this game as well. I forgot what the other game I was going to give a shout out to was, but
I probably already have the trailer running.
Waltz of the Wizard?
No, but okay, go for it. Yeah.
Waltz of the Wizard is $4, and we talked about this game recently, and I think for $4, this is a definite pickup. Just a really
Great
cool
price. Yeah.
Wizard experience. It's really polished and nice and stuff. And there's like some mini games. There's even like a little like mini in-death kind of thing going on. But very, very small compared to in-death. But
in the last we heard, I was one of the last GAMESCAST we talked about this on. I was complaining about the price, that they had actually upped the price after the scavenger hunt. But it seems like they put the price back to $10.
They watched our show and immediately put it back down.
They're like, "Oh, Bryan doesn't like the new price point. We're gonna change it."
He's Bryan fucking Paul. You gotta listen. No, but $4. I think everybody should go support this game. Because it's good. It's a really good. It's one of these like experiences, but it's like one of the few good experiences that they make. I think the other one I really like is like Bonfire. This is another one, and yeah, it's like an hour. Actually with the new content, it's like maybe 2 hours now long, but it's good. It's fun. It's really cool to mess around with the stuff. My favorite thing to do is to use like the levitation powers and like just move everything in the room, like the chairs flying around and everything just crashes into the wall. It's really cool. Anybody that ever wants to use force powers, like in Star Wars, you can use force powers in this. It's almost worth it.
One of the complaints I had about the game in my review is that it was that you couldn't stack powers. You couldn't, do one thing and then do another thing to the same thing you just altered. And there is an item in the game, apparently, that I never got that allows you to stack spells, like one on top of another. So ignore my review. It's apparently
did somebody comment saying like, "Hey, you're totally wrong" or something like that?
Oh, I mean, constantly.
Oh yeah, cool.
Can we take a quick break and get a couple of these tips shouted out?
Yeah, for sure. Real quick, though, I do want to say Chairface says Sprint Vector is on sale. I do recommend it. And Warren Gore says Dirt Rally is $8, I believe. Yes, another it is. And that's another good one. Let's get these tips.
You're muted, Dave.
Oh, fuck you, it hurt.
No, I'm not.
That one's for Your Long Shadows with the 50 NOK. He says, strange how Dave's computer is overheating. What with how cool his shirt is.
I know.
Yeah, right? I can't understand.
You think the breeze would just
Oh my god, everyone's roasting my computer. Ship's Geek that says Dave's computer is so old he's still on MySpace. Fuck. Damn.
Nice.
Getting roasted over
here. The best part is this
is my work laptop. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know.
Thank you for the donation. Your Long Shadows. Hit me one more time and we can take care of it.
I shall.
That's for Belramio, the game cat, with the €3 donation, just with a bye-bye waving kitty emoji.
Later, Bell.
Have a wonderful evening. Get some sleep and catch up with us after you sleep.
All right. So like I said, we are keeping it light with the news. So that pretty much wraps it up. Elysia did release their pre-Kickstarter. We know that that's way early in development, but Elysia had some new footage that was really cool looking and had like some climbing and a little bit of combat, and it looks fantastic. Also, Headmaster update is tomorrow. Is it the first DLC for Headmaster?
The first paid DLC. They gave us like kind of a patch with a few little updates for the party mode once upon a time, but now this is like brand new levels, new mechanics, all sorts of good stuff coming out, and I think that's $8 or $9. I think we're going to be taking a look at that. I think tomorrow on the channel. So keep an eye out for that. I'll stream it and try to show off as many of the levels as I can.
Yep. Make sure you go watch it on PSVR Underground.
I can't believe how bonkers it is for them to release this is a launch title and we're getting DLC now.
Didn't we say that a year ago? We were like, wow, I can't believe they're still supporting this game.
Yeah.
And
it's strange, man.
Yeah, no, great for them, man. And hopefully they make a sequel or something at some point. Headmaster's pretty cool. Or Seek says Headmaster got an update today in the EU. Interesting.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a paid DLC though.
It's probably the update for the paid DLC. They always do that shit.
Right.
So check your store. I know it's already out in New Zealand. That's what I was talking to one of the devs, Ben from Frame Interactive. He was telling me it's already out in some territories, so it could very well be out in your territory now if you check the store.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, very exciting. Also,
yeah. Oh, good.
No. Is it time to talk about games?
Well, we
don't have it on the list of stuff.
We had two games that came out this week.
Yeah.
That we want to run through real quick before we get started on the list.
Yeah.
First was Good Goliath, which came out Tuesday, and it's basically I what, a wave shooter, a wave thrower.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
it's a wave shooter, but instead of shooting, you're throwing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's surprisingly good. You know, you get wave shooters out the fucking ears at a certain point on PSVR, but you know, it's rare you see something that changes it up enough to be fun, and the actual gameplay moment to moment is fairly well done. I had a good time with it. I wasn't expecting, based on watching gameplay, to like it that much.
It
But
does
it
not do it
immediately-
justice watching it
Yeah.
for sure.
If you guys watch a video of one of us playing this and you're like, I don't know, it's much better in person. It's much more exciting, and I had a great time with it. So
Yeah,
it's my short and sweet.
I think being observant is the key to this game, like learning what does what, and like there were so many times where I had such a hard time because I wasn't paying attention to some of the things that I was able to do. Like there were ships that I think you had to like throw. It had like 3 HP, and so if you were just using a barrel or something like that, you'd have to throw like 3 barrels or 3 dudes at the ship to blow it up. But if you took a dude and you threw him into the water, then a shark would jump out and hit like that. He obviously killed the dude and jumped out of the water. You grab the shark, and then you can kill the boat with one shot. And if you're throwing things at boats with anchors on them, anchors also they'll ricochet back at you. And you can catch that, and anchors will also take ships out with one shot. And so you can see at the beginning of my review, there's kind of like this rhythm you can get into, where instead of just like hammering away at one ship over and over, you can actually get into this pattern of taking down each ship with one shot. And it's, once you realize those kind of things, and
there is kind of like little methods,
yeah, then like that's I think where the real enjoyment comes from.
I loved the character models. I loved the character models, the designs. Some of these boss battles looked really cool, like the purple beard or whatever his name was.
That's what's coming out of my computer. That sound. I'll try and mute it, but it doesn't respond very quickly, so I just move away from it.
Dave's laptop's about to catch on fire.
When it freezes, no, listen to what I hear when it freezes.
Oh, I hear it.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like transference.
It sounds like, I was going to say, it sounds like transference or like what came through the radio on the Solus project. But anyways, I loved the art style of this game, and I loved how the boss battles, what I love is the gameplay where you're dodging, you're throwing, but then there's also stuff like you're punching, like the rocks come at you, you punch, you grab the thing and you throw it back. So I really enjoyed this overall. I think it was pretty good. You know, solid title for just like a smaller game.
Yeah,
and I really like this stuff about like it's mostly in the first stage. I feel like.
Yeah, did you get past the first stage?
No, I didn't actually.
I watched that drunk play. That was pretty funny though.
Yeah, I had a great time with it, and the developer shouted me out. Said, they had fun watching it too, so that was cool. Sorry, Balooki. Yeah, my Dave camera just keeps getting closer to my face. This is gonna happen every time, every 10 minutes. Shit. No, but how the destructible environments were in that first stage, I thought was really fun to play around with. Just like that extra level of ability. They didn't need to have it. Blowing up the houses was fun in that first stage.
Yeah, if they'd managed to keep all that in for
little
later
touches.
levels, it would have been a lot. I think in my book, a lot more fun.
Me too.
There's-
Like the water levels are cool looking, and I like the boats. And from watching you guys play, it looked like fun, but
A little
it kinda
barren.
sucks that they lost
Doesn't
it.
have that, it doesn't have that destructibility. But the gameplay, like I said, once they introduce the bosses and stuff, they kind of changes up the gameplay. I personally like the final area where it's like that underground. You can see some of it in the trailer that they have, but it's like that like cave system with the green glowing water and little like devil bats flying around. And I swear this game has to have some kind of influence from Army of Darkness, Evil Dead. Because one of the gloves that you unlock has like these gears in the gloves, and I was like, I've seen that before from Army of Darkness, where he's got like the screwdriver and he's like adjusting the gears and the stuff in the hand. So,
Yeah, the developers have said before that if the game sells well, then they'll be adding more levels, more features, all that stuff. And they're kind of doing this thing that I sort of blasted Blind Spot for, being like, listen, charge us less for the main game, and then you can raise the price over time if you want to, or charge for DLC. But I feel like $20 is a little bit much for what they're giving us right now. But hopefully it sells well enough where they can add maybe another world with 3 more levels, a few more features, maybe give some of those gloves, those hands, special powers. There's all sorts of things we'd love to see in this game. But currently, it feels pretty basic.
Well,
yeah,
I
that's
think,
true.
I think as a stand, like when you're looking at it by itself, I think $20 is fine. But when you bring in competition versus it, I think is when the $20 gets a little sounds like a little
So
harsh.
if this was
but
the only game available on PSVR, you'd be like $20 is fine.
$20, sign me
Yeah,
up.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine paying 20 for this. What was it? Throw Anything was $18.
Yeah,
and
but that was
I
also
enjoyed that
grossly
game.
overpriced.
Right. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that
this is
game, but
much,
this
much
game
better
was
than
like
that.
way better in every single way.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop you real quick because we got a couple tips
Let's do
going
it.
here.
Hell yeah.
3 tips in a row. Jeez.
Put me down.
All right, that-
While my camera is working, that's Danny Parker, €10. And he didn't say anything, but thank you, Danny. We appreciate it. Got one
Always.
more.
Come sweep me.
Brian, you want to take that one?
Sure, that one is from Winnipeg, the Game Cat, with the Canadian $2 saying, "Is Creed any good? I noticed it's on sale for 70% off." Real quick before we give another shout out, yes or no? 70% off for Creed? Absolutely.
What is that? What
Absolutely.
is the price?
70% off? So
I mean, 70% off of
like
anything is
$10.
good for Creed. Yeah, that's awesome.
$10 for Creed.
Yeah, it's good. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Definitely pick that up.
Yeah, I paid full price for it, and it was pretty good. I don't know if I want to pay full price for it all the time, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely the single player is fun. The single player, the free fighting stuff. It's also really fun to like let friends come over, and I had a couple friends that really enjoyed playing Creed. So
Sorry,
fun to play
I got to stop you real quick again before the last tip. My favorite roast so far of my laptop. This is incredible. SB says, y'all make fun of Dave's laptop, but he's the only one here whose office still has Clippy. So who's really the loser? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do about it. But we got one more
Do it up.
from Joe Grover.
Let go of me. Unhand me.
Who's that? Joe Grover, $25. Controllers were a bit inconsistent. Throw same speed and direction, and it was different every time.
Huh.
A bit frustrating, but still fun. I had some issues with throwing, but I assumed I was just drunk. I don't know. I thought it was just me. Brian seemed to be doing pretty well with it for the most part.
I think after a while, I stopped using like a pitching motion and started doing like a flinging motion. And I feel like the flinging motion works really well. And so kind of keep that in mind if you're having any issues. And also, but yeah, I mean, if you're just doing the same thing every time, I don't know what's going on there. I feel like this was almost too accurate, where I was like, man, I could have used some aim assist. But everybody's got a different setup. Everybody's got a different.
I like the throwing. I mean, I had the most success throwing directly at something, and I don't think I've rarely seen a game, maybe 2MD VR football, where you throw directly and it actually goes directly where you throw it, and it's just like, yeah, that's impressive in its own. Like, you guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I was gonna say. Is like I thought the throwing mechanics were good overall. Didn't run into any issues, but
Cool. All right, and then we got to move on to the other game that came out this week, which was
all right. Final Assault
Hell yeah.
by Phaser Lock Interactive came out. This is very much a RTS kind of like. Guys, I love this game. I was playing this game earlier.
It's really fun. Yeah, I had a great time with it.
I love this game. Like I was playing with Corix earlier, and we had this intense battle. So it is an RTS, World War II RTS. You instead of building like constructs and stuff and gathering resources, it's all on the strategizing the battle. Like, what are you going to do to win the battle? And it's all just attacking. And yeah, we had a blast, man. There's a story mode where you have to. This is what I love about this game. This game is like, it's deep. Like it's a deep game. I've already spent tons of hours in it.
And you guys are keeping an eye out in the chat there. Brian just dropped a North America key for Final Assault.
So if you get it, let us know.
Yeah, somebody let us know that you claimed it. It's a really fun game, and you're saving yourself $20 or $30, depending on if you wait for the sale to be over. But yeah, like AJ said, it is an RTS. It's really fun and simple to play because you're not worrying about how many resources do I need to build this building.
You must construct additional pylons.
How many do I need for an airstrip to launch my, airplanes or whatever? There's some of it locked behind getting money, but that's pretty simple. And yeah, it's just easy to pick up and play.
It's
and
more like an
AJ said,
active time
there's-
battle than like actual money.
But one of my favorite things about it that's really cool is the lane system. So
Yeah.
the way that they have this set up is when you're directing your troops, it's really intuitive, but you can sort of set them and forget them if you want to, because each stage has designated lanes where like you just drop it here and you see green arrows and the guy just does his thing. So if you space them out properly, like with the light units and the heavy units, you can just send them off. But if you want to, you can have like air units patrol a certain area and like keep doing strafing runs and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, you can loop
Um,
them. You can loop.
That was my favorite part of it, just looping the strafing runs. Yeah, no, it's super cool. That's a good mechanic for an RTS because it lets you just like defend a choke point without having to worry about it too much. Although the planes did have a tendency to stop doing what I wanted them to after like a minute, but
They would get
that's
distracted when they got attacked or something. But yeah, if you loop them, if you just let them hover around, they kind of get lost sometimes. But if you loop them, they usually stay on track. Elephant Trap says, how long is Final Assault single player? Does it have a pro patch? I'm sure it has a pro patch because it looks fantastic. I mean, the gloves, there's customization in this game. You can customize your avatars, your gloves, all this stuff. And the graphics are really, really top notch. So I would imagine. As far as the single player, it took me, so you can, there's so much there's a lot of single player content.
well, it's like asking how long is like StarCraft.
Well, StarCraft did
is not
have
certain, but it's
a
not like a
campaign.
length. Well, this sort of has a campaign too.
Yeah, this
it's like-
does where it mixes up. You actually have like missions where you have to rescue POWs. There's missions where you start out completely overwhelmed. There's missions where you just have to survive, and it gets so intense. But then there's also a single player skirmish mode, and then there's like two different skirmishes modes. One where you're overwhelmed at first, and then one where it's just equal, and you have to fight each other. And this is a very, very deep game. And then it's also got, multiplayer, of course.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, it's not like a 3-hour game or a 2-hour game or whatever. It's endlessly replayable. You have different teams, different units. As you go through the campaign, it's kind of a randomly generated map where you got to go to this area, and there might be enemy units between you and that you have to fight on the way there.
Right.
So it's different every time you play.
It's almost like a board game mixed in with it. And then you like fight these battles in between it.
Somebody mentioned this would be like, the beginning of a trend of like tabletop games. And it's not really the beginning because we've seen, Table of Tales and stuff. But I think it's a great format for stuff like that. This works really well. The only thing I would love to see is being able to zoom in and out, kind of like Dino Frontier. You guys remember how Dino Frontier, where you could grab and zoom in? You can move yourself very easily around the world. And I think it's so quick that it probably looks jarring on a live stream.
You can. There is an option for scaling. You can scale the levels.
Oh, wait, so I can go up and down?
Yeah.
You can in the menu you can set like the scale of the levels to small, medium,
Oh,
large.
no, I saw that. That's like a fixed thing.
But
So-
yeah,
Right,
you
right.
can't do it on the fly. Like, that was great. Like in tethered and yeah, absolutely.
This is honestly like
that's
the
not
best-
that's not a dig on the game. I mean, that's just like a nice thing I'd like to see.
Yeah.
It's
This-
a real cool game.
this did do something really cool in that, like, you know how people used to play with like toy soldiers and stuff, or like little plastic army men. I used to play the army men video games like Sarge's Heroes and like
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple other ones. This is like the best, like almost like new revolutionary way of playing those kind of games. I absolutely love it. It's very addicting. It's very fun. And like I beat the story mode in maybe I don't know. I have to look up. It was maybe like four hours or so, but man, it was really, really good. And I want to play it more. I'm not even done. Like I said, Super Tramp Yuki or Corix the Game Cat in the chat. What's up, dude? He whooped up on me. And we had this intense battle where I like I totally overwhelmed him at first. And like he was like, I'm getting kind of nervous. And then but no, he came back. He played it smart and he saved up his money instead of just trying to like overwhelm me at first. I overwhelmed him at first, and then he played it smart, saved up his money, got like the tier 4. There's different tiers of enemies and stuff, or of things that you can unlock throughout the match, and he got these like really powerful tanks, and then just sent all of those at me and just cleaned house on me, and it was such a cool back and forth.
I love that in-depth story about how you got your ass kicked by Corix.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. This game is incredible. I highly recommend it for everybody. This is really good. While it's 20%, or while it's $20 and has
Yeah,
the
that's-
discount.
That's the thing. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a hard sell at $30. I think 20 is way better. So if you're interested, get it now because it's. I think this week it's $20.
under
instead of
$20. I
30.
can't believe it. Yeah, it's a great launch
Yeah,
discount.
so that's a good discount. But if you're interested, get it on discount because you'll appreciate having bought it. I think, and we can have some multiplayer meetups and stuff like that. It's 1v1 only, but you guys get on the Discord. I'm sure there's plenty of people waiting to play. We got some tips to do here. I think.
Yep, and I just posted another key in there. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, hopefully someone
wow.
got my last one too. So far we've put out 3 keys in the chat. I think Mr. Cape Canaveral is the only one that's confirmed that he got one of them. So let us know if you get the other ones.
Okay, so let me hit this guy real quick.
You can't queef me anymore.
That's for Creeper Betty, PSVR, with a $10 donation, saying, totally enjoying Final Assault. And can we make some without parole leggings, flannel pants, and please, with most of us cool gamer cats working from home, they would be nice to have.
Yeah, the PJ collection.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Without parole PJs.
Yeah, I need to make some without parole boxer shorts, man, because I'm running low. I don't want to do laundry. I just want to buy all new boxer shorts.
Dude, I'm scared to do laundry because I don't have a washer and dryer, so I'd have to go to the laundromat.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of like, I did buy new socks instead of washing socks.
We have a laundry room in my building, and I'm still like, you know what? That seems like too many people.
Yeah.
Beard of Power 666 says, I dream of a new Command and Conquer game. This is the reason I'm giving such high praise to this game is this gave me that Command and Conquer feeling that I've wanted for a long time. I used to play, I didn't play MOBAs or RTSs for a long time, but I loved a lot of the Command and Conquers dating back to like the early 90s, of course, late 90s when Red Alert came out. And then I loved StarCraft. That's why I was like saying like, you must construct additional pylons. That's forever just something I'll remember. And this is like a lot like that. It's really good. Oh, and look, the VR grid has a box quote in the trailer, a trailer quote.
I mean, at this
the
point,
only guy who does box quotes,
right? At this point, who bullies him anymore? Right?
Yeah,
I've seen
he's
some
on
of his
Squishies.
I've
He's
seen
on
some of his
Squishies,
box
and he said
quotes.
Squishies was
Ooh,
good, man.
Lost
Squishies.
all
I don't know about
credibility.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We need to give Final Assault some box quotes from us.
I will say it was nice when I saw Fireproof Games. They tweeted out an image with a few different quotes from a few different ratings for the Room VR,
Yes.
and I saw the very first time Without Parole got a quote, and they spelled without wrong.
I saw that.
That's hilarious.
Fucking-
But you were out there
That's-
with like IGN Italy and stuff.
That's Without Parole to a T. It's like you can't do anything without it just being a little fucked up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they forgot the I and Without Parole, but
Yeah.
the Room was also fantastic though. But yeah, highly. Final Assault is my big winner of the week. Man, such a good game. I think even if you're not like completely into this kind of stuff, I think you'll still enjoy it. It's a great experience, and it's a great game. It's really deep. Several hours you can spend on this game, and I'm just loving it.
Now, I know we didn't do or schedule a should we or shouldn't we, but I'm going to do a
Right.
very quick miniature shouldn't we. And the shouldn't we is just about being somebody who likes playing video games, who doesn't have all the money in the world. Because this last week or two has been rough, man. There's a lot of good PSVR games coming out. And we've also got Doom Eternal. We've got Resident Evil 3 remake that's about to come out. Animal Crossing has consumed my entire life. And these games all cost money, man. I feel sorry. I feel like shouldn't we is being into games and having to spend money on them this week. There's too much shit.
There's enough VR games alone.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had,
I am going to pick up Doom Eternal at some point, though. That's on my hit list for sure.
You guys picking up Immortal
It's
Legacy
so-
non-VR
so
version?
metal.
No, but if you have Immortal Legacy, do you get the free update?
You do not.
What?
Yeah, that's
That's stupid.
it is stupid, and I'm a little bit. Again, I want these guys to make money. I want these guys to if anybody's thinking about like rebuying it or whatever, just go do it because I want these guys to make money. Viva Games, because they obviously didn't sell a whole lot of copies of Immortal Legacy on PlayStation VR. So if possible, maybe this will help them make a little bit more money and possibly give us the potential of Immortal Legacy 2, Chapter 2, whatever, Episode 2, whatever you want to call it. Because at this point, I don't think it's not something that's happening. I watched the trailer.
any game that releases a chapter 1, I just have to assume there's no other chapters coming, because I don't think, have we ever seen a game that came with a second chapter besides The Exorcist? That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know about other ones. I'm sure there's got to be.
It just
another example.
it never comes through. I feel like
I watched the
Fate of
trailer
the
though.
Silent Oath,
I watched
all
a
that
trailer
stuff.
for the console version that they're calling it, and it doesn't look good. Like the VR trailer actually looks a lot better, and so like when they flattened it down,
Oh no!
yeah, that's not the one that's playing here. I didn't bother downloading the non VR trailer, but I was watching. I was like, oof, this isn't going to be a good look for this game. People are going to try it and go, oh, this is what the VR players have been raving about. I think it's a bad look for VR, to be honest with you.
Bryan and Dave, I got to ask you. Ships Geek Out says, not a huge RTS fan. Will this game make me like it? I am a big RTS fan. I just haven't played them in a long time. I don't think you guys said you were big RTS fans. Is that true? Or
Oh no, I used to play StarCraft all the time in school, and like, yeah, I like real-time strategy games. I'm not
Bryan?
good at them, but I like them.
I'm not a fan. In general, like I've found a few that I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. You know, I think Corks is great, but they don't rope me in for a super long time or anything. And I found my first impressions for Final Assault to be just nothing but pure awesomeness and excitement. I was like, this is great. I love. It felt like you're playing with toys, man. You're just like grabbing things and drawing lines and go this way and do that
Yeah.
and spawning vehicles, and it's fun, man. It gives you that. The learning curve isn't super high on this, and I think that a lot of too many RTSs give you that high learning curve. And this is just like, you know what? Don't worry about fucking resource management. Just spawn a bunch of shit and throw your toys at the other toys.
That's
Yeah.
100% what I was going to say. I actually responded in the chat and I said it's streamlined, you know, as far as RTS games go, which is pretty much what you just said. There's no dicking around with all that resource management. It's very easy to hop into, even if you're not a huge fan of the genre. So I would say, yeah, it's good pickup.
I think more people than not will like this.
Yeah, and if anyone played League of War, you guys remember League of War? It was sort of like
It's a much lamer version of this. Very, very.
I think
it's simple. It was like a straightforward path. You put guys down in lanes and they just go at
here's
each
a table.
other.
Yeah, here's a
This
table,
is-
and you just put your toys down, and they go toward the other person's. And this is that went too far in the simplified direction. It was fun, but they
There
way
was no
oversimplified
strategy
it.
at all.
Yeah.
Literally no strategy. You just throw
This
stuff at
has
the thing.
lots of strategy, and there's
Exactly.
a counter strategy for every strategy, so it can go on and on and on.
So this is a nice happy medium. I'm really happy with Final Assault so far.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
hoping
got a little bit of that rock paper scissors thing. If you guys have played like Advance Wars or something like that, like certain units are better against other units, certain units are good against air, certain ones are good against tanks. That's like where the strategy comes in, which units to send. But you don't have to worry about too much else. So yeah, I think everyone will enjoy it quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Shall we move on to
We
the
shall.
main event here?
Is it main event
All right,
time?
guys, it is main
It
event
better be.
time.
It's almost been an hour, so
It
should
is
probably get
Right.
Time for the top 25 debate. Due to popular demand, we have extended this list to 25. Bryan, take it away.
All right, so the way this works is that me, AJ, and Dave all come to the table here with our own top 25 lists. We present the lists to you guys, and then we start breaking them down by brackets. We decide together what belongs in each bracket, and we sort of duke it out. You guys will see how this goes as we do it. No reason to get too technical before we dive into it. You guys want me to start with my list?
Sure.
All right, do we go?
You are the main guy around here, so yeah, let's do it.
Main guy. I'm a third of the main guy.
No, I mean in general, and generally you are the main guy. But yeah, let's continue.
All right, we start with number 1 and go up, or do we go from? Let's go 25 to 1. Here, this will be dramatic.
25 to 1.
Well, you know, just when we're reading it for the cat.
Yeah,
right
just
there.
Wait,
reading
the whole list at
yeah,
once?
absolutely. So real quick, I got number 25.
Jesus Christ, Dave, we've done this like 5 fucking times, man. Come on.
I never like it. I never like it.
This is the way it works, Dave.
We have to teach Dave how to do this every
know.
time. It's all right.
I don't know how to do it. I just don't like it.
All right, so number 25 is In Death. Number 24, Tetris Effect. Number 23, just for you, AJ, Moss. Number 22, LA Noire, the VR case files. 21, Immortal Legacy. You're right, it should be lower. It should be 26. Number 20, Super Hot VR. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, no. There's something broken on my list. I have number 20 twice.
Oh, wow. I guess you got to stop reading it. And
I guess you got to take
do
off
it
Immortal
differently.
Legacy then.
Holy crap! How the fuck did that happen? That is insane. I don't know how that happened. Okay, well then, just to make things as easy as possible, I'm getting rid of In Death at number 25.
There you go.
Just because it was there you go. Okay, number 20, Sprint Vector. Number 19, Red Matter. 18, Shadow Legend VR. Number 17, The Room VR Dark Matter. 16, Rush of Blood. 15, Separation. That's going to be a divisive one, I'm sure. 14, Borderlands 2. 13, Farpoint. 12, Static. Bringing that back on the list. 11, another one we're bringing back on the list, Doom VFR. 10 is Golem. 9, The Persistence. 8, Wipeout Omega Collection. 7, No Man's Sky. 6, Blood and Truth. 5, Firewall Zero Hour. 4, Beat Saber. 3, Skyrim. 2, Astrobot. 1, obviously, the best game on PlayStation VR, Resident Evil 7. All right.
All right.
Can I
feel
post
like
your
it's-
list?
it's
Can I post
hard
your
to
list in the chat so people can
Yeah,
just
post
see
it
it?
in the chat.
Absolutely.
It's hard to
course.
ingest when you just read it all at one
No,
big
100%.
Oh, that is
Please.
beyond the limit that I'm allowed to post. It is twice the limit. Okay, hold on.
Post it in 2 parts. While
Yeah,
you're
that's
doing
what
that,
I'm doing.
I'll start going through mine if you want while you're doing that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're starting at number 25 with Transference. Then Ace Combat 7 comes in at number 24. The Invisible Hours 23.
Oh.
Rush VR 22. Golem 21. Not in the top 20 anymore. Then we got Doom VFR at 20. Tetris Effect at 19. Dirt Rally at 18. The Persistence at 17.
Whoa.
Wipeout Omega Collection is number 16. Okay. So, God, this feels very long. Farpoint is 15. The Room VR is 14. And I haven't even finished that fucking game, but I think it's very, very, very good. Moss is 13. Trover is 12.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim is 11. Superhot is 10. Borderlands 2 is number 9. Battlezone is number 8. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood is number 7. Blood and Truth is number 6. Beat Saber is number 5. Firewall Zero Hour number 4. No Man's Sky, big number 3. Resident Evil number 2, of course, because Astrobot is the best PlayStation VR game at number 1. That's my list.
Can you, just for my own notes over here, can you tell me 10 again?
10 was Borderlands 2. No, I'm sorry. Super Hot. Super Hot.
And then because I had that for number 9. What was number 9?
I'll just
Borderlands?
paste it in the chat. I just pasted it in the chat, but number 9 is Borderlands 2. 8 is Battlezone.
Okay. 7?
I'm just posting it in the chat real quick.
It's fine.
You got it. I just sent it to you.
You can't get these up on the screen, can you?
It's a good question.
Is there a way?
Yeah.
Is there a way?
I mean,
You guys will hear all about what the specifics are once we get to the actual,
Dave, also, I like how you did your whole thing in Excel. It looks really nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have it for work, so I might as well use it.
All right. I'm going to make some enemies today. I am.
God.
AJ,
Burning the house
AJ,
down.
are there any changes for you? Oh, there we go. I get the list up and running. This is wonderful. Hey, let me just put this here. Over.
You got it on the screen?
There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, but we got it.
All right. So,
Very good.
all right. So you ready?
I'm strapped in. Let's do it.
Now, okay. So number 25, I have The Room VR, a Dark Matter. Number 24, Shadow Legend. Number 23, Touring Carts. Number 22, Red Matter. Number 21, Catch and Release. Number 20, Rush of Blood. Number 19, Dirt Rally. Number 18, Tetris Effect. Number 17, Super Hot. Number 16, Golem. Number 15, Aceville, Where You At? Doom VFR.
Doom VFR.
Yes, I played it again with, we'll get into it. Number 14, Gran Turismo Sport. Number 13, Zing, The Land Beyond, my favorite puzzle game. Number 12, Borderlands 2. Number 11, Moss. Number 10, Wipeout, Omega Collection. Number 9, Farpoint. Number 8, The Persistence. Number 7, Beat Saber. Number 6, Firewall. Number 5, No Man's Sky. Number 4, Skyrim VR. Number 3, Blood and Truth. Number 2 is Astrobot Rescue Mission.
That makes a lot of sense.
And
to me.
number
Yeah,
1
that sounds right.
is Resident Evil 7.
Yep.
You son of a bitch, AJ. You switched sides on me. I didn't think we were going to have to argue tonight.
I do have that effect on
AJ.
guys. They're always switching teams.
I know. Look, these lists come out every 3 months. It can go back and forth. I
love
gotten,
your just like under the breath little.
Okay, so you've got the list.
I've got the list.
You got the list showing now.
Doing
Let
my
me take a
best,
look
yeah.
at
All right, so here's the thing. I
Except-
just
wait.
realized when AJ said Shadow Legend, I meant to say Shadow Legend, and I went through this list like 2 or 3 times, and I thought it was on there.
Yeah, you changed it. You got
Obviously
rid of it
it's
for
not.
Invisible Hours. I didn't have that on your original list.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this might be the old version of the list.
Oh crap! So I had it right. I was changing all this shit.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll hash it out when we get there because I do want to get Shadow Legend on there. So
Okay.
I'm on board with you guys getting it on there.
For the current version of the list, I have Battlezone at 7 and 8 for you, Dave. Please tell me where it is and what the other one should be.
Battlezone's at 8.
Okay.
Until Dawn's at 7.
Battlezone.
Although,
Woo!
really, I would flip those maybe, but I don't know.
Battlezone is high up on that list, Dave.
Battlezone's good as shit.
It is
my
good as
friend.
shit. All right.
I will talk to you
JB,
about
I
it.
did have touring carts. I had touring carts at 23. As you can see, okay, so let me disclaimer. I went back for the last couple months, ever since the last top 20 list. I played almost every game in the PSVR catalog that is a contender for this list or that people mentioned. So these are kind of fresh. So if some of these seem kind of weird or something, which by the way, most everybody seems to like my list the most, then
We can't.
You
We
already
can't.
started in with
we,
this shit?
Listen, we
You
can't. We
already
can't
started
trust
in this
them.
shit?
We can't trust them. They follow you on Twitter.
It's not
they
about
can't.
data.
They can't trust me. Oh, so you're saying Astrobot should be number 1, Brian? They can't trust my list.
I mean,
Astrobot is number 1.
just
Got
saying,
the politics.
right? All right, man. Of course, I'm using like Notepad. I'm using the crappiest fucking app on the face of the
It's
planet
all right.
for this list. However,
At least they can see it because it's hard to see it. Where it's hard to materialize it in your
this
head.
is
or
my
whatever.
version of the kind of funny whiteboard. It's just here's your Notepad.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so here's what we do from this point on. Now that we kind of have like the framework down and we know what everybody's list is, and as you guys can see, we divided it every bracket is 5 games. 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, and so on. And so now we have to start at number 1 through 5 and decide what games belong in these brackets. And then we're not doing any order. No order. We don't care which one's number 1, which one's number 2 yet, because we all know the answer to that question anyway.
Right.
So, but we just need to figure out what 5 games belong where. As we go, games start getting pushed further and further and further down the list, and that's when things get really tense. I get more tense near the bottom of the list, where we have to figure out what games are staying on the list than I even can care about what happens with 1 through 5, because that means some games just disappear from the list completely. So this is the hard part right here. The order's whatever, but yeah, taking care of this. All right, let's put the brackets up here.
Yeah, we need to figure out the 1 through 5.
So
first.
there's no question about it that obviously Resident Evil 7 and Astrobot are.
Astrobot. Yeah, I got to look at. Actually, I'm going to use your thing that you put up here now. What do we got? What do we got that's similar? Resident Evil, Astrobot are both on our list.
No Man's Sky is on both of your top 5s.
Yes.
but it's number 7 for me, so we'll hold off on that for a second. Beat Saber is on mine and Dave's, but not yours, AJ. In fact, you put Beat Saber where I put No Man's Sky, but Firewall is on.
Yeah, two outweighs 1 here. So,
Do you want to go that way? Like 2 outweighs 1?
well, unless
Wait,
maybe
hold
we
on. Are
should
you just
divide it,
saying
though. Maybe we
just
should
already decided RE7 is just the top one? Is that what you're saying?
No.
These are
the
not
bracket,
no
Dave.
order.
We-
No order.
Again,
bracket.
Dave,
Okay.
we've done this 8 times.
Hey.
Okay, that is 4. That is for Joe Grover with the $50 donation saying, AJ, you dirty, rotten, money grubbing, four flushing, Twitter trolling traitor.
Just let it out. Just let it out, man.
That was
just let it out. I know. You know how hard that is, man. I get so many people thanking me for always fighting for Astrobot #1.
Do you know how many more people are going to thank you now?
No.
All the people that thank me
I just got called a dirty, rotten, money grubbing, four flushing, Twitter trolling traitor. I'm already receiving attacks, Brian. I'm already being attacked.
Which might be my favorite insult of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
You're a dog-faced lion pony soldier. That's what you are.
Whoa.
You guys remember that? Joe Biden said that to some person at a town hall meeting, and they were like, "What the fuck does that even mean?"
What does
anyways,
that mean?
I want to say real quick, Joe Grover, I told him I would use this on the stream, and I want to show you guys real quick. Joe was kind enough to actually send me this shot glass that he found from a glass blower, like somebody they saw out there, and he mailed this to me.
Nice.
So with all those big old donos, I'm going to take a shot for Joe. Thank you, Joe. And I really appreciate this shot glass. It's very nice.
Okay.
And thank you for the donation, Joe. Thank you to everybody who's donated so far. If we haven't said thank you, I know we read your comments, but sometimes we forget to actually say thank you. We really fucking appreciate you. These are tough times, so thank you for keeping the channel running for us. All right. So I think, are we going with the 2 outweighs 1 in these brackets situation?
I think that's where we should start the argument.
All right. So if that's the case, and I won't say that is the case, that means Beat Saber makes 1 through 5. That means Firewall makes 1 through 5, and it means No Man's Sky makes 1 through 5.
As they all should.
Right, but that also means
I don't know if I'm totally happy with that.
Well, of course not, because you got outvoted twice. Obviously.
I don't like
that. That's why you don't like it. I'll tell you what I don't like is that Skyrim didn't make the top 5.
Top 5? No, I haven't put Skyrim in the top 10 in a while. I don't think.
AJ and I both have it. I have it at 3. He has it at 4.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Skyrim is so I had a horrible experience with that game on the PS3, but playing it in VR, oh my god, especially on a Pro, and that update they did. I'll tell you what else
was really, really nice. Like the graphics look really much better than they used to.
It looks really good, and the scale of everything. I mean, I've been live streaming this entire game, and I'll tell you what really sold me. Because at first I was like, "Oh, you just sit there and you wiggle around with the sword, and it's kind of like lacking things." And there's a couple things that are dated about it, but it's just one of the best looking PSVR games. It's one of the biggest PSVR games. Yep. And the shield bashing, man, the shield bashing changed everything for me because it gave me that sense of like melee combat and like blocking. And it's not as
anyone's wondering why these shows take 4 hours. we're not even debating the place yet.
Already.
We're not even
counterpoint. For Skyrim,
hold on.
We're waiting to unleash.
We're not even debating anything yet. So
I know that, Brian. I know that. I just want to say something about Skyrim. God damn it!
Why don't you say what you want to say about Skyrim?
I'm going to be as quick as I can be. I think that Skyrim, obviously itself, the base game, is this big, expansive. I mean, it's probably the most playable for a long time game that we have in VR, besides No Man's Sky. Obviously, for that reason, I understand why it's high up on the list, but the design of it is not VR focused. It is definitely a game that was smushed into VR. And for a game that's so menu heavy, I think that the immersive way to play it would be the moves, but menu navigation is so constant in Skyrim that it kills the whole experience for me when I have to like do this waggle up and down, and like it just takes forever to get through menus that way. So you just end up playing DualShock 4, which puts you back in like, okay, is this really designed from the ground up for VR? Compared to some of these other games. And so like maybe say for instance No Man's Sky doesn't have the level of quests or the depth or all this other kind of RPG mechanics that Skyrim has, but the VR implementation is very VR focused. You open the ship with your hands, you can guide the ship with your flight stick. Like it's designed with VR in mind, even though it's a flat game that existed that got ported over. And so I think Skyrim didn't pay any attention to how to optimize it for being a VR experience. It's just like, hey, you're in VR, do all the other shit. It'll be more annoying now because your controllers don't work as good for the menus. Have fun. So for me, it just like really doesn't it doesn't hit the top 10 anymore. And I've played so much goddamn Skyrim.
It is okay. I mean, look, it is absolutely a top 10 for me. It has to be a top 10 somewhere. I will fight to the death for that. Top 5, maybe. Maybe we could figure out something. Do I believe it's a top 5 game? Yes, that's why I included it in top 5. But
yeah, I feel like the mission structure in No Man's Sky is what it doesn't rope me in the way it roped you guys in. And the story.
Well, it doesn't have the story, right? Every single character you run into in Skyrim has like a story to tell, and like there's so much lore that's like thought out. And I mean, you run by anybody in a different town, and they'll tell you like their life story. Like it is crazy how deep that game is. And in terms of just porting it into VR, like I feel like it. Like I said, with the melee combat system, with the bow and arrow system, with the magic, with the 2 hands and stuff, and that menu that you talk about, that menu is like the second it pauses the game, so it like gives you that breather to like form a strategy when you're taking on a bunch of stuff that's like overwhelming. Like that pausing system or menu system kind of helps me.
Well, in the middle of a battle, maybe, but like when you are actually trying to do inventory management or level up or do any of those things, it's kind of like clunky as hell unless you're using a DualShock 4. The move controllers are really not designed for in-depth menus where you hold and drag this way and hold and drag this way. But I think we've both said our point and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So
yeah, for sure.
I think there are a lot of people who agree with either one of us. But anyways, Firebird, old school, got a tip. Let's see what he says.
Get out of here! It's hard!
Says, where is Pinball Effects?
That's an excellent question. And in fact, man, so many of the games that I had on my list last time around didn't make the list this time. And
it's gone because Bryan was trolling when he put Pinball Effects.
I was not trolling. And you know what? As
with you, I know, but
for the 3 DMs that AJ got about Astrobot, thanking him to keep getting it at number 1, I got way more emails and way more comments and way more DMs about, hey, I gave you a hard time about Pinball, but as it turns out, you were right. It's fucking amazing. So I stand by Pinball, but you know, I feel like we got to kind of showcase different games every so often.
Although it's kind of weird though, because if it is the top 25 games, is it just like the top 25 games we feel like talking about this time around, or the definitive?
I mean,
top 25
Dave,
games?
Feelings change, man. Feelings change. Sometimes you're like super gung ho about one game, and then you're not.
And thoughts they change.
And so, so that's why, like, I felt when I realized that Static wasn't on our last top 20 list, I was like, oh, you know what? It's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. And then I played Static again. I was like, we should never have moved on. This game should be so high on the list. And so it's sort of like this give and take constant thing, and it's sort of like we're constantly refining the top 20 list and now top 25. So it's a process, and I'm not going to say it's always correct.
I'm just glad people are coming around to Doom VFR, man, because that wasn't in our list for a long time.
I'll tell you once we get there.
I'll
tell you what happened with Doom VFR with me and why it's there. Once we get there,
it's a good ass game. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason though.
Okay. More stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so this is the problem I have between No Man's Sky and Skyrim, because I love both of them dearly. I was actually more of a fan of No Man's Sky at first, but in terms of like the VR thing, I really was expecting it to get like a pro patch or something like Skyrim a little sooner, and like just because it's a little bit, you know, obviously it's on the blurry side. Like it still looks great at times, trust me, it really does, and I think the gameplay has more variety. I mean, there's these amazing, like, you know, tanks and doom buggies and the motorcycle thing that you could do. There's endless exploration. There's still stuff I'm figuring. There's mission-based stuff. But yeah, it's tricky because I feel like Skyrim is more immersive, but I feel like I like the gameplay and depth of No Man's Sky more. The gameplay itself.
Right, so this is my last counterpoint, because we got to move on to.
Is this what we're debating? But you guys are going gung ho about this, but is this really the argument we're having? Are we absolutely? Because I think we got to figure out what we're debating before we fucking dive into huge discussions.
I thought we were debating
talking about.
I thought we were debating the top 5 bracket.
Yeah, we are, in fact, but this isn't the only thing. The Skyrim No Man's Sky discussion isn't the only option we have. There are in fact 6 games that could be on in the first 5 bracket, and
so just I got you. I totally understand. At the risk of causing this show to last 7 hours, I just want to say very briefly.
I'm ready, man. I have my coffee.
No, I don't. I need to.
I need to get a refill in a
at some
second.
point. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have coffee at all or whatever. I've only got one beer here, so I'll need more. But anyways, I just want to say that I think the graphics are one thing, and I would love to see a pro patch on No Man's Sky. But for me, immersion is as much about the game design and the UI and the interaction and stuff.
I agree.
In a game that's as menu focused as either No Man's Sky or Skyrim, it's incredible how much easier they made the menu to use in VR than it even was in flat screen. Like it's easier to manage your inventory in No Man's Sky in VR than it was with the DualShock 4 with the Move controllers. And so the strange thing to me is that Skyrim did the opposite thing and just didn't even care and left it as is, so it's more difficult in VR.
I don't think they care. They actually revolutionized the way you move in VR games with the Move controllers. They actually created the most popular movement system.
If I spend as much time moving as I do in goddamn
that's a lot more important than
no,
menus.
If I spend as much time moving as I do in menus, then the menus better goddamn work the way I want them to, and they just don't. Okay, that's all I got to say. So
just to clarify, AJ had Beat Saber. AJ had Beat Saber not in the top 5. I didn't have No Man's Sky in the top 5, and Dave actually has. So Dave didn't have Skyrim in the top 5. So really, it's the question is.
Otherwise, mine was the most representative, though. I think.
Right, because I think so we know that we obviously know Resident Evil 7, Astrobot, and Beat Saber. We don't actually know that. So what's the concession? I'm okay saying, you know what, Skyrim can drop into the next bracket. I'm okay with
Skyrim in 5 or 6 through 10. Right. I don't want it in the top 5.
I'm okay with it not being in the top 5. I think it's a top 5 game, but I'm okay just to kind of move things along here, and we can put No Man's Sky in the top 5, and then but Skyrim has to be like, it really has to be like 6 or 7. Like that's my concession.
Like next to it, yeah.
Is that okay with you, Dave?
I'm fine with it. I love both games, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure both were up there.
You're the boss, man.
I'm not the boss. I'm. This is just
like I said. I like the gameplay of No Man's Sky better. I like the look and the immersion of Skyrim better. So either one, I mean, both of them are kind of fine by me.
So I'm gonna say it must be number 6 or 7, just to kind of keep our notes here. That's what the concession we made.
Oh God, Joe Grover must be fucking rich, man. He's paying us to move on.
I'm paying you to move on. Okay, we're moving on. And like I said, we can use.
Also hit that again, man. We missed one during our discussion.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Who was that?
It was Firebird Old School again.
Firebird.
Greenland!
It's the South Korean. No, those Sekiros. He's got Sekiros. 40 Sekiros.
For the hope a wild card is coming. So you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
We can do votes as well, but we pretty
absolutely
much already decided on this. But yeah, remember, we got the vote system with the cats in the chat, and I think the easiest thing is maybe we just go by like the kind of outweighing each other here. Like if 2 people have a game and 1 doesn't, then maybe we should kind of lean towards the 2 people that do.
Yeah. In general, I feel like everything's open for discussion. I just want to make sure that when we get into the discussion, it's actually helpful, because we could have a lot of discussions tonight.
All right. So for second bracket, Blood and Truth has to be in the second bracket for me.
Of course. Blood and Truth.
That is
no-brainer.
Like a top notch game for me.
Yeah. I would say we also have to include Super Hot and Until Dawn, but that's me. That's just me.
I'm kind of over those now. I mean, those are very simplistic.
No, but you're over them. That's fine. But if you just bought a PSVR and you're looking at what the top 25 games are, Skyrim or not Skyrim. Oh my God, that's not what I meant to say. Super Hot is in the top 10. As far as just like cool experiences that somebody who just got a VR headset needs to play. That's what I feel like a lot of these are. Like, you need to play these.
Now, Dave,
you can get over it. You can say, "Oh, I'm not as interested in it these days." But Super Hot is like a cornerstone experience for PlayStation VR. I think it was. If you had one at launch, a PlayStation VR at launch, I think Super Hot is one of those. It's still incredible and really fun. I mean, I don't think people are less wowed by it now, especially if they just got a VR headset.
I think by comparison, like this with all the other options, it's just still a wild
but
factor game.
Nothing does that the way that it does that. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I think it's got to be in the top 10 for me, but
well, so
if you guys don't think so.
just to give you a heads up, I had Rush of Blood at 16 and Super Hot at 21, and AJ had.
You guys been bumping Rush of Blood down quite a bit lately too. Is this just like getting over it again? Or?
No, look, when I say getting over it, I mean I think these are both like kind of good starter games, but I don't think they. I don't know.
I think great games, but I just think that the competition is getting.
This is the top list.
Any game on the list.
So we're saying that some of these new games we've added are just enough to unseat these games that we've already said for a long time. You know, I guess we don't need to get too far into it because we're going to be here forever anyways. But I guess I just sort of have an issue with that idea of like getting over it. You know, I've put stuff in because I've recently revisited and liked it more. But
yeah, me too. I played every single one of these.
You know, like if that was my mentality, I would take a lot of these games off the top 5 because I haven't played them in forever and I don't even actively care that much about them. You know, like I haven't played No Man's Sky in a month. You know, Blood and Truth I haven't played it.
If this was a top first games you have to play in PSVR list, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, and Super Hot. No, this is the best games overall for like every reason possible.
Right.
If it was a first game you need to play, Super Hot and Rush of Blood would be like number 1 and 2 pretty much for me.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Like, I mean, I don't subscribe to the I'm over it thing. You know, like if I put 50 hours into a game and I loved every minute of it, like there's a reason it's on the list. You know, it's awesome. I just feel like that as we go here, certain games kind of wow us a little bit more. You know, I love Rush of Blood.
Well,
I think Rush of Blood does a lot of things really, really well. It's still one of my favorite games.
Anytime that I pop into Rush of Blood, I remember why it's one of my favorite games. Yeah. And anytime I put somebody into Rush of Blood, it's an immediate kind of gut, like intrinsic reaction where people are like, "This is awesome.
Right.
I really like this." And so I think it should be in the top 10. But
it's not a top 10 anymore. I kind of agree with Your Long Shadows here being at like a top 15 game. Like to me, it's like that 10 through 15 bracket for both of those, maybe.
Hey, hit Tree Guy for me so I can read this tip here.
Okay, this is the hot take. This is real hot.
This is a very hot take. This is a super hot take.
Super hot.
That's from Metaphor with a $3 donation saying, "Never liked Super Hot. Steaming pile."
Steaming pile.
I'll admit, like the first time I played Super Hot, I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, it was like finished in like 2 hours and that was it, and it was like $25. But there is like other modes that unlock and stuff. But
hit it one more time, Dave.
I got you, Joe Grover. $2.
This is my tree place. This is my tree world.
Saying, "My wife just found out I'm in trouble." JK. Just kidding. I'm so glad.
He's not in trouble.
No, absolutely not.
She knows. She's sitting there, right, watching this whole time.
She's actually the one donating.
Yeah.
All right.
I think what it does, I think Super Hot, what it does it extremely well, but it doesn't really do anything more than that. Like,
but do you remember the feeling when you first played it? Man?
Yes,
like,
I just said
it was also launch day. It was also launch day when I played it. The feeling was amazing for everything.
I'm just saying.
So what are we looking at here, Brian?
It was launch day for us, but when people buy the headset, that's launch day for them. And if they play Super Hot on our recommendation, they'll fucking be like, "VR is incredible. This is insane. I've never played anything like this."
Right.
I mean, we've put the persistence into top 10 like every single time, and people still don't even know what the persistence is for some god awful reason. So it's not going to matter.
But Super Hot is more like intrinsically VR. You know, like I don't know. Some of these games we talk about, like Skyrim, the persistence. I love the persistence. But I think Super Hot VR, as far as like essential VR games that define a platform, a medium, Super Hot has got to be higher ranked than Persistence.
I'm seeing a conversation about 3 games right now: the Persistence, Super Hot, and Rush of Blood. And I got to say that these games are all over the place on all of our lists. We have all 3 of us have all 3 of the games. They're just scattered around. AJ and I both have the Persistence in 6 through 10. But I'm willing, if you give us the Persistence in 6 through 10, Dave, I'm willing to keep Rush of Blood in 6 through 10 as well.
Well, but hold on, I want to fight for Battlezone now too. because Battlezone is way up on my list, number 8 now.
Your
Okay.
Battlezone is way too high. When you said you
It's
were
not
putting it
that-
on your list,
no,
I was
it's not
like,
way too high.
okay, but
And we
when you
discussed
added
why
it like
it's not way
7?
too high.
Well, I
It's
think
so-
I
here's
can
the
I
thing.
can go the fast route here and just I think both Brian and I would disagree to put that on top 10.
Okay, well,
Battlezone?
I'll
In
counterpoint.
Yeah.
I think once again we're talking about okay, what's a launch game, whatever. It's a full
Doesn't
fledged
matter.
game.
Mhm.
It looks incredible. It's
Yes.
4-player.
No, it doesn't look
multiplayer,
incredible.
co-op
It does
online.
not. It does not look incredible.
Well, no,
it
but
looks,
it's got a
it looks
great art
okay.
design. It's got a very good art design that
Yeah.
pops very well, especially on Pro.
It has a cool
And
art design, but it's not.
The campaign is so
Recipe.
endlessly replayable. There's so much stuff to unlock. That is a deep. When you talk about depth of a game, that is a very deep game, and it's really goddamn fun to play with people. And it gives you that sort of like
It is fun to play with people.
campaign togetherness. Like we almost made it to the end, and we blew up on the volcano. We'll get them next time. That sort of thing. And it's really easy to just spend hours in that game with people. I just think it's still one of the best games we've got. I don't know about top. Somebody says not top 20. Okay,
I think it's a good game. I think
We
it's a
can
good
let it
game.
slip.
I
We can let it
just
slip. That's fine.
It's certainly not a top 10 game for me.
It's okay.
Not even close. But it is like maybe it is one of the better games. I love Rebellion. I love. I like the game overall. It's just not one that like screams play me. Like I don't know.
I have such a good time every time I do. But
Yeah. Okay, real quick, Dave, hit
I
tree
do.
guy for me, and we can get
gotcha.
Get the fuck out of here! Fuck you!
Johnny Raffhop the Stray Cat with the 7 Canadian donation saying, sorry for the hashtag viewer takeover question about a top 25. Yeah, this is all your fault. Just kidding. He says, you breathtaking gents, let the bloodbath start. Lamp.
Oh, it has already started.
Also, RE7 number 1, Squishies number 2, Astrobot 25. I approve this message.
Wow.
chat believes me. Everybody's saying Battlezone is awesome.
No, Battlezone
Yeah.
is awesome, and
Yeah,
I'm more
nobody's
than
not
happy
saying
to
it's not.
find a space for it on this list. I top 10.
I like it better than Skyrim.
Okay, so hold on, Dave. You have Rush of Blood above Battlezone.
Just by one, yeah. 7. There's 7 and 8.
So here's here are the games that we're fighting for. You seem like you're pretty gung ho about Battlezone. So we have 3 spaces for 5
but
games.
hold on. If it's between Battlezone and Until Dawn, I put Until Dawn higher, so I would rather have that one in there in the top 10.
Hit me, Dave. 'Cause
Jesus
I like.
Christ.
I agree with your long shadows here.
Fuck you! Get out of here!
Your long shadows with the 50 donation says if we were doing a top list of VR games to introduce people to VR with, Superhot is way up there. But top PSVR games, period. That's kind of the point I made earlier. I agree.
Okay, so hold on. So we have 3 slots and we have 5 games that we're debating. And the fact is like we have Borderlands. That might not. If we talk about these 5 games for these 3 slots, that means we're leaving out Borderlands. That means we're leaving out Farpoint. That means we're leaving out Wipeout. That means we're leaving out Golem. We're leaving
here's
out
the
all
thing.
of those.
If we're
in the
talking
top
about
10.
if we're talking about the top 10, I don't think any of those games are better than Battlezone or Until Dawn. Personally, I don't think.
I
any
think
of those
Wipeout
games
and Farpoint
deserve-
are.
I mean,
And
for
the-
me, I've got Golem at 21. I've got Farpoint at
Wait, we don't.
15.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wipeout at 16. Like these are nowhere near my top 10.
Yeah.
So I just want to some reflection of that because like there's some stuff that we can kind of agree on, but
Dave,
I don't know that Golem or Farpoint necessarily need.
Brian
to be top 10.
and I
If-
both have the persistence.
Yep.
and that's a good one. I moved it up a little bit on my list, but it's
We've
still
also both got
17.
Wipeout Omega.
That's right.
These are all in my back half of the 15 through 20 bracket. So I mean, however you want to.
I mean, what's a
deal with
few?
that.
What's a few spots, Dave? What's a few spots?
Well, I'm just saying it's a huge leap. And then
I mean,
you're
I
picking
think-
out stuff that I like, but that's fine.
I know. I mean, that just happened to me. I don't. I wasn't
not
too
upset.
jazzed up about it.
I'm not upset, AJ.
All right. So
You wanna hug Dave?
so here we go
It
again.
helps that on my Discord I can't see your guys' faces anymore. It's just black boxes, so I can't be mad at your face.
I'm undressing you with my eyes.
I'm just giving you the bird, man. That's awesome. All right.
I can't see shit.
No, I know. I'm taking advantage of that fully.
This is what makes my webcam work, by the way. When I can't see you guys, I have no issues at all. Don't know why that is.
All right. Well, as long as you got it figured out, man. All right. So we've got a lot of issues here because there are so many games we're trying to fit into the top 10. And obviously, we don't have the space for 3. We do all agree that hands down, no questions asked, Blood and Truth has to be in 6 through 10, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already there.
And we already made the deal that
And
Skyrim
Skyrim.
belongs there.
Right.
Okay. So we've got 3 spaces for Super Hot, Persistence, Rush of Blood, Battlezone, Wipeout.
Should we each pick one then?
Ooh.
So should we just each pick one for this bracket?
Are we allowed to use our because I don't know, now and then
Shit. Who just mentioned that?
don't we have one shot to throw in
Well,
our
This
thing for
isn't
one-
our ride and die. This is just our.
This is not a ride and
It's
die.
not a ride or die.
Just
Okay,
us picking one to settle it and move it on. Wait, who said that? You guys keep going. I saw a comment. Zach Lightning said Tilt Brush. I forgot to mention Tilt Brush came out. Not for the top 20,
true.
but I meant to talk about that. Came out Friday.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Instead of me and AJ just doing this silly thing and picking one, I think it's obvious that because of our list, AJ, you and I both have to pick the Persistence and what are we
What was the
missing?
other one? The Persistence and Wipeout.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
and then Dave, that means you
He's
Battlezone can slip. That's fine. People are saying
thank God, thank
shouldn't
God.
be in the top 10. Get out
No,
of here.
I know. I think it's a great game, man. But top 10 game? No, not even close to a top 10.
So
game.
Dave,
I
does
don't
that
know how you'd say it's nowhere near a top 10 game because you're talking about depth in games. You're talking about shit that you like in these games. It's a very polished game. It's very fun to play. It's got 4-player long campaign. There's a lot of stuff to unlock. There's a lot of just in general, like I said, depth to the game. It's easy to overlook because it's.
I'm not saying it's a bad
different
game.
style.
I like Battlezone.
game.
I have a blast every time I play it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just think it's.
Dave.
I have
Dave,
more
Dave,
fun
Dave.
lately playing it
You
than
don't-
Borderlands.
you
2.
don't have
I have
to-
more fun playing Battlezone than Borderlands 2.
Yeah, honestly, Borderlands felt pretty far down my list this time around. Because the more I play it, I'm like, I go in waves. Sometimes I play and I'm like, I'm having a blast. Sometimes I play, I'm like, it's all right.
yeah, that's kind of how Borderlands goes.
So Dave, where we're at right now is you've got a pick for 6 through 10, and I'm assuming it's Rush of Blood because it's highest on your list that hasn't made the list yet.
Yeah, I want to keep Rush of Blood high up there. But what are the other options? Remind me real quick.
The other things we're talking about are
Battlezone
Battlezone and Super Hot. Rush of
Oh,
Blood,
Super Hot
Battlezone,
has to be. No, I'll take Super Hot over Rush of Blood.
even though you had Rush of Blood at 7 and Super Hot at 10.
I think. Well, so like I was saying before, if we're trying to kick Super Hot entirely out of the top 10, yes, I'd like to do that. Yeah,
Okay, so you're picking Super Hot.
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
Actually,
if it comes down to that,
I'm happy with that pick. I'm sure.
You're happy with okay?
I
so-
love Rush of Blood,
I
but-
like. Yeah, I mean, Super Hot, Rush of Blood, one of those two.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
And
There.
now lots of games are getting pushed further down the list on all of our lists. So this is when things get tough. Also, did I miss a tip? I feel like a tip went by.
Oh, yes, we did.
All right, hit it for me, Dave.
Fuck you! This is my tree world! This is my tree brain!
That's MacGyver's cousin Hugh Guyver with the 10 Australians saying, "Gonna watch later. Just wanted to say hi and enjoy some pizza. I love pizza. You know why I like pizza? Because it's 3 of them. It's
Nobody
way better
wants
than just
Super
one
Hot in the
pizza.
top 10.
Hey, Dave does, and that's all that matters right now.
I mean, if you're kicking out one or the other, I mean, some people say Rush of Blood stomps Super Hot. I think both of them are.
I think
fucking
so.
Awesome.
I think
can't
Rush of
really
Blood
say-
does stomp Super Hot.
I wouldn't say stomp, man. I think that's a
No,
little
it doesn't
flippant.
stomp. Yeah,
I think
no.
you guys are
think
forgetting
it's-
how important Super Hot was, man.
No,
like-
I'm not. I played it recently. It's great. I
Just
love
saying.
it. But
I think it's hard for me to pick between the two, but
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I would have gone Rush of Blood because you guys know me. I'm like a horror fucking light gun fanatic. Like that is,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna pick games, it's just
and
like
Rush of
personal
Blood is the
preference.
game that sold like pretty much all my friends on VR was Rush of Blood.
Yeah, but like this
Not
is we're trying to be as democratic as we can here and
Right.
give everybody a say. So like I'm totally happy with Super Hot being there in the top 10. I think it's a great choice. I think maybe I undersold it on my list, and so I'm certainly not complaining about it.
I think Decepticon has the right take here. He says there's too many good games.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's just too goddamn many.
Fucking hit it one more time.
Every comment
Oh
is
my
saying
God.
Russian blood is better than super hot, and then the next comment says super hot is better than Russian blood.
That's of
Uh,
course.
should
Yeah.
Should we, Dave? Do you want to? Speaking of democracy, do you want to maybe settle which one you pick on a vote, or you just want to go super hot?
Dude, I can't decide. I don't know, but I don't want to do a vote right now,
right.
really.
Okay.
That
Okay.
tips from Brett out of hell, the game cat, with a $5 Australian donation says, Brian, you need to fight to the death to keep separation in there. It deserves it. Hi, Mom. I'm on the YouTubes.
YouTube.
I
Yeah,
What's up,
separation's
Brad?
a tough
Shout
one.
out to Lilith.
Separation's a tough one. I don't know. You guys had it pretty high up on there.
I didn't have
I think it's
separation
a-
on my list.
Yeah, separation is high on my list. I'm gonna do my best. If I gotta make that my ride or die, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we're into the 11 through 15 bracket, and honestly, guys, we're starting. The games are starting to pile up. We've got Russia Blood, Battlezone, Borderlands,
Oh, yeah, let me take a new screenshot of
Farpoint,
this updated list so I can look at
I
it.
guess we're doing this again.
Golem.
Fucking computer just froze up again.
Oh, so your workaround didn't work around.
I gotta. How do I
Well,
turn
it did
captions?
for a minute, and I
Turn
didn't
off
actually
captions.
do anything. It just did its thing.
Holy crap! And Trover, Moss, The Room, VR. Holy crap! There's so many games in competition
Let
for
me
this
see.
space.
Yeah.
Doom.
Well, I like. I mean, let's see here. Okay, so we did get. What the hell? Jeez, it sounded like a B-12 bomber like flying by my house. All right, so
Okay, static and separation as well.
B-52. Sorry, B-52, not B-12. B-12 is a vitamin.
B-52
So-
is a band. They
Also-
sang Love Shack and Rock Lobster.
Yeah. What the?
Are they bombing you?
What is that? Holy shit! I don't know. All's good though. Let's just move on. I'm scared a little.
Yeah, that's not scary at all.
That was weird as hell. Okay, so anyways.
I made a list of all the games that between all of our lists,
It's looking good so far.
and the list is looking good so far. But this is when like shit
Yeah.
really hits the fan because we
Yeah.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in competition for the next 5 spots.
It's all right because I'll switch some of my stuff around. I'll make some. Okay, my big one that I'm going to be fighting for here is Farpoint. Farpoint has to be like as high as possible for me. Farpoint,
Okay, you
And-
had Farpoint at
Moss.
9. I had it at 13.
Farpoint and Moss have to be like up here for me ish.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to concede to that one at some point here.
Okay, fine. Well, at least Farpoint.
I don't want to do this without Dave. Where the fuck is Dave? There.
Yeah.
I see. Do you think he's there? It's never.
Get Duran fan says Final Assault is getting too real, my dude. I know, man. It really is. Final Assault.
Have I returned? Am I back?
You're back.
What's up?
And so let's
Okay.
take care of a couple tips before we get this thing moving.
Oh, let's do it.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I'm dropped him.
That's Firebird Old School with the 40 Sekaros. He says Dave is on track, knowing the score. Cheers.
That's right.
And then also,
Ow!
that was it. Okay, that's Metaphor with the $2 donation saying super hot, like Rush of Blood's dirty tampon.
Wow,
I
that
can't-
is
I
harsh.
can't believe I
is
just said that for
fucking
$2.
Harsh. Yeah, no, man. That should have been a $20 tip to make you say that.
Right?
That's rough.
Don't lowball us, metaphor. Don't lowball us.
Apparently, I'll do anything for $2.
Yes, he will.
All right, so here we go. Ready? Here are all the games in competition for the next 5 slots: Static, Separation, Rush of Blood, Battlezone, Borderlands, Farpoint, Golem, Trover, Moss, Room VR, Doom VFR, Doom, Gran Turismo Sport, and Zing. That's taking all the games on all 3 of our lists that have not made the slot yet up into this
You're talking
point.
about for the
That's fine.
the top 10?
Of all
No,
mine,
we've already taken care of the top 10, Dave. We're in 11 through 15 now.
What the fuck? My shit froze. I don't know what's going on
Of-
here.
of
No,
all the
you
ones-
chose Super Hot, and that concluded that bracket.
Okay. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm fine.
I will shank one of you to get Farpoint on this section. I will literally grab a glass bottle break it and stab you with it.
So here's the interesting thing. Here's where things start to gel a little bit. I've got Farpoint in this section. AJ had Farpoint in the previous section, and Dave also has Farpoint in this section, in this bracket. Now the problem with that statement is that when all the games get pushed down, that doesn't quite make as much
Fucks
sense
up
as
the
it
whole
sounds
bracket.
like.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's the low end of my bracket. It's number 15 for me. So
Right, and so you have a few games like Rush of Blood, and Battlezone that haven't made the list yet. But I've got even more games I think that haven't made the list yet. I've got Golem. Actually, I think only Golem hasn't made the list here yet for me. Okay.
Yeah, Golem's a good one.
Golem's pretty low for me though.
Yeah, I had Golem pretty low too, but it is a legit game.
Yeah, but hold on. What are the options again? Let's go back.
Okay,
I like
here we
it.
go. Here we go. So let's try to narrow this down a little bit, guys. Okay, because we can't be like talking about 10, 15 games for 5 slots.
No,
That's
I already picked one out of. If I had to pick one out of theirs,
Well,
out of those.
Get a couple in mind.
Well, I do have a couple.
Okay, so for Dave's sake, then Static, Separation, Rush of Blood, Battlezone, Borderlands, Farpoint, Golem, Trover, Moss, Room VR, Doom VFR, Gran Turismo Sport, and Zing. This is
There's quite a few that I feel like could get pushed a little bit.
I like Moss being in there, and I like
Moss.
Farpoint.
Moss should be there. Farpoint should be there. We're talking 10 through 15 or 11 through 15. So.
Yeah, I had Farpoint top 10, and then Dave has Farpoint in his 15 slot.
Yeah,
you have Farpoint, Brian. You got to put Farpoint on there. That has to be. All three of us have Farpoint here.
Yeah, Farpoint's going in there. That's fine. Moss, okay. Farpoint. I think
Moss. And Farpoint.
I would actually be okay with Borderlands slipping a little bit because I'd rather have some of these other games on there.
Moss is 24 for me, guys.
Ooh,
just saying.
It's that thing again about like stuff getting boring to you.
But no. I've never been.
I don't know what Quill did to you, Brian. But is it because I send you all those iOS animated text messages?
It doesn't help. So no,
I'm sending you one right now that shows a look of disgust and shame.
I just want to clarify for as much as I think Moss is a wonderful game and it does a lot of things very, very well. I've never been as high on Moss as everyone else has.
Yes,
I think it's very cool, but if it disappeared from the top 25, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me.
It would be the end of the world. I would make the world end.
So I'm going to say, obviously we got Farpoint in there, definitely no questions asked. I'm going to put a hold on Moss. I'm going to put it in there, but temporarily because I just want to make sure that before we make any final decisions, it gets talked about. And then we need to. Let's see. So AJ you have Rush of Blood in 20. I have Rush of Blood in 16. We've already missed Dave's Rush of Blood at 7. So that's a contender possibly, right?
In the top 15.
I'm okay letting Borderlands slip. If you guys are okay with letting Borderlands slip,
I'm okay with letting Borderlands slip too.
As long as Moss makes this list, I don't really care. But it needs to make this list. But Farpoint has to be in here, for sure.
So okay, so wait, so you're agreeing we can let Borderlands slip out of this bracket, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Moss is already on there. Never mind.
Farpoint.
I take that back.
I put a question mark there, just to.
Okay.
Right. Now there's a ton of. I mean, there's obviously a ton of great games here. Like Static.
I would throw Doom VFR in there.
Doom VFR. Let's see. You and I both have it in here.
20. You guys went that way yet?
I'm okay with Doom slipping, but I do think Doom has to be on this list.
I don't mind Doom slipping, but like I really, really, really want like either Static or Separation in the top 15.
I would say Static.
Static over Separation.
Okay. Yeah. So then I will not complain about Moss. I'll put Static in here. And then what was the other thing we let slip besides Borderlands?
Well,
Oh,
I had like.
did we say
most
we'll
of
let
mine.
we'll let Doom slip into the next category?
Yeah,
Yeah, Doom slipping.
Doom slipping next one because
Okay.
Doom is it's not perfect, but we'll get there in a second.
Okay, so that leaves us 2 more slots for this bracket, and let me read you what we got left here.
Okay,
Let me just cross off. Oh, do we need Rush of Blood in this?
I think Rush of Blood is good in there. Yeah, I think we
Yep.
should put
Yep.
Rush of Blood in there.
Okay, so
So one more slot. What are the last games?
that's blood. So the options for the last for the last slot, and I know what I really want it to be. But I'll tell you in a second. Okay, Separation, Battlezone, Golem, Trover, The Room, Gran Turismo, and Zing.
Golem, Trover, Gran Turismo can slip, I think.
I'd say Golem, Trover, or no, I'm sorry. I'd say Golem or shit.
I really want Golem here.
Really? You feel that strongly about it?
I feel pretty strongly about Golem too.
Okay. Yeah, it
pretty
just
amazing.
didn't really take with me as well as some of the other ones.
Which one from the list we have, Dave? What would you put in the last place? Just so I can get your opinion on this. Separation, Battlezone, Golem, Trover, Room, Gran Turismo, and Zing.
Battlezone, I guess. Battlezone. That's mine.
That's
Yeah,
yours.
that's mine.
If we put Golem in 11 through 15, can we settle on just putting Battlezone in 16 through 20?
Oh no, that's quite a compromise, man.
It's a compromise.
I'd rather let it slip than put Golem in the top 15. But that's me. I'm the outside opinion here. I think you guys both think it's better than I do. So
It's a tough call.
What are you? Tell me again, Brian. What are you trying to choose between?
Okay, so for the final slot, because so far right now we have Farpoint, Moss, Static, and Rush of Blood in 11 through 15, and we have one more slot, and that means we can choose from Separation, Battlezone, Golem, Trover, The Room, Gran Turismo Sport, and Zing.
It's Golem for me.
for me, it's Trover Battlezone.
I'm breaking the tie. Atmos VR. Golem. Tie broken.
You broke. How did you break the tie?
Didn't you say Golem too?
I did say Golem.
Yeah, so I said Golem as well. So I broke the tie because he said.
All right, but
Battlezone?
we need to be fair here, and we need to make sure. I mean, Battlezone wasn't on either one of our lists, and so we do need to make sure that it gets in there, right? It was high enough on Dave's list. I feel like that it needs to be on the list.
It's got to be in the top 15.
Yeah, I'll settle for like on the list. Yeah,
But if we
Ooh.
right, but it would get knocked down to 16 through 20. And
I feel that's a
We're getting a decent amount of feedback here. People saying
Talk to me.
Battlezone is more fun than Firewall for some people. I prefer Battlezone.
who
over
are these
Golem.
some people? I don't know. Like
They're-
what,
just look at the chat. You're always. looking at the
I
chat.
could just
Fucking
make
look
shit
at
up
it, man.
and say Golem is like somebody said Golem is their game of the year.
Okay. Yeah. Well, somebody just did say that in the chat actually. So.
I know, and that's not just a somebody. That's Delirium Drew, and I love Delirium Drew.
all right, I just want to make sure we're not missing anything important here.
Dave got a free choice in the last. Dave got a free choice for the last game in top 10. AJ and Bryan can decide this one.
That's
Question
not how
mark?
we do things around here.
I tried your long shadows. Thank you for trying.
It's Dave. The only reason I'm going to make this call is because you're the only one with Battlezone on the list. So
Except for all those people in the chat, man.
Except for
Just
all the
saying.
people in the chat.
I
But-
agree with
I thought we
perfected
listened to
insanity.
them. Don't we listen to them? I
So,
thought
so
that
what's
there
so
is,
what's
but
the compromise?
Without
then?
multiplayer, how do you like Battlezone without multiplayer, Dave?
How do you like
It's
Firewall
fun.
without
But
multiplayer?
how do you like? Yeah, fuck you. What kind of question is that? How do you like any multiplayer game without multiplayer? Like,
Also, you can play a single player.
it's also very fun single player. Yeah, it's still got a full campaign.
This is
Tons of stuff to unlock. Looks great. Plays great. 15.
All right, let's make. You want to make Dave happy here and just put Battlezone. I think a lot of the cats. We'll do
I
this.
think we should
We'll do this for Dave and the
chat
cats.
happy.
Listen.
Look, Frog says Battlezone is better.
Yeah,
than Beat
I know. I know
Saber.
a lot of the game
I'm
cats
not making
play,
this up, man.
and I don't dare defy the game cats.
I don't dare defy them either. I would like to say, if possible, because we're pushing Battlezone in here, that Golem should be number 16. Like we need to give that a hard.
We'll put it in
number
that bracket.
16.
We'll get there. Let's put it in the bracket though.
I'm saying hard 16.
I'm with you, man. I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you. I wanted it in that spot. But
it gets a spot in the next bracket. Period.
Yeah,
Okay.
just put it in the next bracket.
All right, Dave gets Battlezone, and we move along. And I got to tell you guys that right now we are totally fucked because
It's gonna be terrible.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It's because the next
Update the list, and then I'm screenshotting every time you update it. The cats are happy. I hope you guys are happy about.
I hope you're fucking happy.
I hope you're happy about Battlezone. Hey, Battlezone's a great game. I'm not gonna lie. Battlezone, you know what it is? It's like this game that I'm never in the mood to play. I never want to play it.
Yeah.
But then when you play it, it's like, this is fucking awesome.
So good.
Yeah, I don't.
It just
usually don't
does
want
that
it
to me
end.
every time. I don't. Yeah, I never want to play it, but when I do, I have such a blast playing it, especially with the cats.
That's Firebird, old school, with 50 Sekiros, who says 1 vote for pinball effects.
Okay. If you can get 200 other votes, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate the help there. Okay, so hold on. Let me keep making this list here. I want to make sure we don't miss any games.
We're good. Okay, cats say they're happy. We're good, Brian. We're safe for now.
Nice. Except we're not going to be safe on this next one. There are so many games.
This is I need to find some way to keep track of this. Like
Chat, I'm going to be proactive.
Type them out or something.
I do want to be a little proactive and ask the chat if they like Gran Turismo or Dirt Rally more. I do want to see what the chat says.
I think Dirt Rally's more fun.
I think so. I would agree with that.
I just want to see what you guys say. I'm not saying I'm going to pick either one.
Also, the entire game is in VR, not just a
mode. No. You know what? I knew somebody was going to say this, and that makes me angry. Because look,
true, AJ.
No.
AJ,
look, actually, guess what? In Gran Turismo, you actually race against another car. In Dirt Rally, you race against a time. You have a time trial. That's actually one mode of Gran Turismo. And
but what I'm saying, that's the entire game of Dirt Rally. So they didn't port a mode. They put the entire game. The Dirt Rally VR is the entire game in VR. Every single thing you can do is
I understand that, but I still let's see, hold on. Oh shit. Oh god, why did I do this?
Why
Okay.
Dirt is destroying.
Hold on, no. I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm not necessarily going to pick any of these right now, but let's see. Dirt.
Heads up, guys. Here we go. You ready for this? So the next, I hope I got this right. I hope I didn't miss anything because, Jesus, if I miss anything, we're really fucked. The next bracket already has Borderlands, Doom, and Golem in it. So there's 2 spaces for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games.
Borderlands. Can Borderlands fall anymore, or is that going to cause riots?
I mean, I'm not going to riot, but
it can fall. I'm fine if it falls a little.
Well, let's see where we're at. Hold on. I want to let's discuss. Trover Saves the Universe, Separation, The Room VR, Gran Turismo Sport, Zing, Dirt Rally, Tetris Effect, Shadow Legend, Red Matter, Sprint Vector.
That's too many goddamn games.
No,
man.
that's not too hard to figure out.
Okay, no, but here's the easy part. Sprint Vector, Red Matter. What were the other ones? I meant to type these when you were talking about.
I can list them again,
Zing,
man.
Zing is going to be my next. That's my favorite puzzle game on PS4, PSVR is Zing, because let me tell you why.
Well, you tell us,
gentlemen.
Yes.
Because not only does it have these amazing puzzles, this amazing world, different worlds and stuff, but it also is a puzzle game with first-person platforming elements. Boom. And it has Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze music. And anybody that argues against Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze music is
They're just not American.
No, they're just not American.
All right.
Well, but I will say, in that vein, Astrobot has a better soundtrack than Resident Evil 7. But anyways,
I disagree.
I agree.
You're totally
Although Resident Evil does have a good soundtrack, though. But
not as good as Astro.
no, well, Astrobot is an
I don't
amazing
hum
soundtrack.
along to it, that's for sure. Usually too terrified to hum. Okay, actually, yeah, make up my own songs while I'm playing Resident Evil. Okay, one more time. Trover, for the 2 slots we have left here in 16 through 20, Trover Saves the Universe, Separation, The Room VR, Gran Turismo Sport, Zing, Dirt Rally, Tetris Effect, Shadow Legend, Red Matter, Sprint Vector.
So I think if either Gran Turismo or Dirt Rally make this list, I think they're going to be in the final area, the 25 thing. So I'm pushing both of my racers back a little bit.
Okay.
That's fair. I mean,
and
there's
they might
stuff
have
we
to
need
duke
in
it out.
here. Yeah.
They might have to duke it out between those 3 and touring carts, but we'll see. My pick is Zing. Like I said, that's my favorite puzzle game.
Yeah, if everyone could pick one game, what you're saying Zing?
Yeah, I think it was.
Shit, this is really hard, man. I'm up
I'd say-
between probably Trover and Doom.
Doom's already on the list.
Doom's already on
okay.
here.
Sorry, I was typing when you talked earlier. Okay,
I liked
so
when you said Red Matter, Dave.
I said Red Matter should leave the list. Is what I said.
Oh,
It shouldn't
shit.
be on there. No, I didn't say it should be in this. I said we should get rid of Red Matter and Sprint Vector from this bracket.
Yeah, Brian, you can't like type these into the chat or something, can you?
It's hard to keep up with. But anyways, what I'm saying is I think I didn't put Shadow Legend because I meant to, but I forgot. But I think Shadow Legend could be a decent candidate for 15 through 20.
I think so too.
Just because of the breadth of stuff it does with VR, that it's pretty fun. Gave you some new opportunities to play around with the world. I don't know.
Yeah, Red Matter. There's not lots of love for Red Matter.
It's a great game, but I'm just saying I don't know if it's top 20.
Okay, so
I would put Trover.
So Red Matter's getting pushed back.
Shit. I think Trover's my pick.
Where does Chris Market says where does Prada fit on all this?
hold on.
Number 1.
So hold on. Dave said Trover. AJ,
Trover.
where's Trover on your list?
It's not on my list.
It's also not
Not
on
at
my
all?
list. This is another one where Dave, you're flying solo here.
That's insane. Neither of
No
you guys put
wingman.
Trover on the.
No,
It's like you threw out the old list that you had last time, and you just didn't even look at it again. Yeah, fuck that list.
Well, I went and I played every game again. For the last 3-4 months, I've been playing every single game I can in my free time to keep my thoughts on it fresh, and that's why.
Okay.
A lot of my list goes for like the longevity of games, how they are when you come back to them and play them, how long you can play them for.
That a lot of people don't play games that way, and if you're trying to binge a bunch of games to get through them, you might not have the same experience that somebody else would if that's just the only game they're playing this week. So I'm just saying, I don't know.
I wasn't binging. I mean, I did this
Well, it
over
sounds like you've
months
been, like-
of time. Over
Yeah,
months
I'm
of
just-
time. Yeah,
I'm just saying, Trover is not a top 25 game.
I think
Trover is certainly a top 25
I think
game.
it's
by
eligible.
all-
Yes, I think it's eligible.
I think Trover
By
could
all
totally
standards.
be a top 25 game, but I also think, Red Matter could be a top 25 game. I think every
Kicks
game.
the shit out of Red Matter. I'm sorry, Red Matter is awesome, but I like Trover way better.
I mean,
I
I don't want to get into this debate because we're not having this debate yet. We don't need to have it, but personally, I would go the other way on it if we were having that debate.
For what Red Matter?
You
over
said Red
Trover?
Matter over Trover.
Yeah, but you know me, man. It's like humor's not really my thing, and it's like that game is hilarious, but like it doesn't have a ton of stuff going for it other than the humor. It's like it's a decent platformer, kind of beat 'em up, but anyway, again, we were having this conversation. What are we doing? So Dave, are you picking Trover from that list? You're not picking Shadow Legend?
Yes.
Okay. So I think
That's a good pick. I like that pick.
this is tough.
I like Dave's pick there.
Thank you. You should have put it on your top 25, but I appreciate it.
This is really tough.
Wait, no, Shadow Legend. I had Shadow Legend on my top 20.
No, I said Trover over Shadow Legend.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. You don't like that, did you?
Nah.
No.
I mean, I'm not totally against it, but I don't know. The game's kind of just casual.
Whoa. Shots
Did you
fired.
say it's casual?
I don't know. I excuse me. I think I had something stuck in my throat.
And just remind me what we're comparing this to again. An escape room game? We're just comparing this to an escape room game, and this is casual.
Are you calling Red Matter just simply an escape room game?
No, no.
I mean, it has escape
not
room
even
elements, but it's got.
It's a puzzle.
Well,
it's a.
got a
I
lot
mean,
of
you guys are calling Trover simply a funny game and has nothing else
Well,
redeeming.
I also
No,
called it a
not
the case
platformer
at
and a
all.
beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's a platformer.
Which is-
It's a hack and
it's
slash
good.
platformer. Who's this? You guys? You talking about?
Yeah.
You guys!
I've been sitting here just quiet reading the chat because they're awesome.
Okay, well then quiet make some decisions because we got some decisions
Yeah,
to make. Okay, so
I don't
just
want to make that decision.
clarification: Trover, Separation, The Room VR, Gran Turismo Sport, Zing, Dirt Rally, Tetris Effect, Shadow Legend, Red Matter, Sprint Vector. Out of these games, AJ's picking Zing.
What did you pick, Brian? Did you pick anything
I've
yet?
not picked anything yet.
This is why our lists come out all fucked up.
AJ showing his elitism.
Right. Thank you, Kev. Brett. Fucking 5 points to Kev. 5 observation points for Kevin. Dave chose Trover of this list.
Yes.
AJ, you sticking with Zing?
Yeah, because
All right.
I'm going to stick with Zing.
Fine,
Although
fine,
I
then-
hope
then-
you pick the one I hope you pick.
Then you know what one I'm going to pick of that list. Oh, actually,
Mervils.
Marvel's right. Okay, so
Good
here's the
one.
problem. If we can drop Borderlands again because we said we would, and that way we all have
Yeah,
room.
yeah, I'm fine with. Yeah, I'm
We,
fine
we
with
all
dropping.
have, we all have room for Trover, Zing, and I'm picking Shadow Legend.
Yes,
Right? We all knew
Thank
that
God.
belonged there.
I'm okay with
It
that.
does. It does
I'm
belong.
okay with that.
I think it does belong there.
Okay, we got Zing, Trover.
I like this. I'm liking where this is going.
I like this. I like this, but I will say, Dave, you're getting away with murder here. You get.
No,
you get,
I'm not.
No. You
guys are.
You
You guys got some crazy picks.
so
in
far.
here.
No, Dave. So far, you've infiltrated the list with 2 games that weren't on mine or AJ's. So like that's like that.
Because you guys left off of like major games that should have been on the list to put in the weird shit.
So I'm just saying, man. Like it is. You're definitely getting your way. I want to make sure that you're aware of this, and also I need to spell things correctly because people
Yeah,
can
so
see.
you better be
Well,
happy, Dave.
Yeah, the universe has a way of balancing itself out because I had poured myself a shot for the next tip and I knocked it over all over the place and it's just sitting here on my desk. So I'll be right back.
All right, hey, if Dave's pouring himself another
H
shot, listen. If Dave's pouring himself another shot, I got to pour myself some more coffee. AJ, do something entertaining. Can you sing and
Oh,
dance?
Jesus Christ! No, I can't do either one of those things.
It's
Oh
the
my
AJ
God.
show.
No, what is that? Is that like... Oh man, yeah. What's going on, guys? I don't know why they left me here by myself. So should I remote into Brian's computer and change this list? What do you guys want to see changed? What do you want me to change? Yeah, no, I think Nick. I think once we get to the order of things, I think Shadow Legend will be above Trover. It's just a better VR implementation. And let's see, Battlezone does not deserve to bump any of that lower bracket down. Yeah, I know. We're giving Dave Battlezone Shen because look, it is for the it is a
back in
big
business.
game with the
Listen, I also want to remind people that when we concede to Dave, that at a certain point he's got to concede to us.
Don't paint it like this.
It's
Don't put it this
Dave.
way.
The whole thing is a give and take, right?
I'm not forcing anyone to concede. You're
Nope.
choosing
The
to
whole
concede.
thing.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole
fine.
thing is a give and take.
Also, a lot of it is the chat just backing me up because I'm just right
Oh.
about everything. But let's do.
Oh yeah, it's a little too late now, Zach. Sorry, there's that YouTube delay thing, but everybody's coming now.
Big Fat Frog
Everybody's-
says, "Put in rush real quick," while Dave and I are out of the room.
Yeah, I asked them what that was
I have
actually.
Rush on my top 25, man. It's
I
in there.
did, I did have Rush. I was thinking Rush the whole time. Like I was thinking Rush. And then when I made my list, it just never made it.
Does anyone else get the impression that Kev Gret just doesn't like this show anymore? He's like, "Oh, 2 hours
Yeah,
in, same
no,
list as last time."
Well, and I just said, what do you expect, man? The games are still good. We're still going to argue for fucking
There'll
4
be,
hours
there'll
about
be
it.
a smaller version you can watch later.
We just have different arguments about the same games again.
Andrew C says, "Welcome to
A
the
few
AJ show,
nuance.
where things are made up and the points don't really matter." Like, whose line is it anyway? Fucking wonderful.
Yep.
Oh shit! Yeah, nice.
Wonderful reference. Okay, guys, let's get back to this because we don't want to take all night. We're actually doing pretty good, I got to say.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
we're
would.
doing quite well on time. If we're up to like the 20 bracket at this point, that's
Let me
great.
see. I need to update
We're
my.
gonna have to review it though, because I want to take a look at this before we
Sure.
solidify it.
Sure,
Now,
sure. We can
one
totally.
last round of debates.
Okay, so now let's see. So Trover has been taken care of. Zing has been taken care of. Shadow Legend has been taken care of. Now I need to update what we've got here and say that.
Kevin, this list is so much. This list is so much different than the last one. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll see
It's
what
like
happens with the last five
It's
here.
like a remixed version of the last
What,
one.
the last one didn't have Static. It didn't have Battlezone. It didn't have Zing. It didn't have Doom BFR. It didn't have Shadow Legend. What do you want from us?
Shadow Legend wasn't out, but yeah, I got you.
Shh.
Well, I mean that's one of the things that changes
But
each
that's
list.
right.
It's okay.
Um,
It's okay. I think Kev secretly loves us, no matter what he
Yes.
says publicly. I think behind the
He'll
scenes,
he'll
he's
love us
nothing
when-
but snuggles.
He's just a sourpuss. That's okay.
He's adorable.
Oh, we gotta get one of these racers on here, man.
I'll get your racer.
Dirt Rally, baby.
It's going to be ride or die time pretty soon, guys. We've
I
got way
don't-
too
I
many
don't
games.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
Holy,
Chairface, I almost had Thumper. There's a lot.
It's too
This
many
is the
games,
best
man.
of the best of the best. And
Thumper is one of the best games on PlayStation VR.
I think it is. I think.
Yeah.
I think it is, but it's. I don't know.
Dave-
it's incredible.
it's going to be my number one next time.
Dave, I had your list all wrong. Is 23 really Invisible Hours on your list? Or was that Shadow Legend?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I forgot to put Shadow Legend, so 23 is Invisible Hours. That's true.
I love Invisible Hours.
Great game.
It's very good.
So many good games.
Yeah.
Cards, Red Matter.
Delirium Drew. Everybody loves Static. That is like everybody's favorite puzzle game.
It's my favorite by far. Like I've said other things, and then when I went back to Static, I was like, you know what? I forgot how much I love this game.
Thank God we made this a 25 list, though. For the love of Christ, like
Dude, next time we need to make it top 50. Like we've got 50 games. Like,
we might need to do top 30 if we can do it this fast. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
This fast.
So-
I like how you
So
said
guys,
that.
please keep an eye on your list. Make sure I didn't leave. Oh crap! There's another one. Make sure I didn't leave anything out when I read this list. Okay. So-
Dave and I both had Tetris in 16 through 20.
Yeah, mine's 19.
Okay,
Mine
we'll get there. It's on the list. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. We have 4 slots for
Shit.
21 through 25 left because we pushed Borderlands down yet again. Poor Borderlands keeps getting the bump, man. So here we go. We've got Invisible Hours. Now, so guys, when I read these, keep in mind, get a couple in your head that you absolutely need to have on this list because we're at the point.
I'm going to type them out so I don't forget.
Norman Stanfield, I'm ashamed to say, for most hours played is Ace Combat. If Ace Combat, Norman, if Ace Combat was a full game,
Top 10.
it would be my number one VR game.
It's
Like,
still on my
no,
list, too.
it
It's
would
still on my
be-
list anyways.
It would literally be my number one PSVR game if it was a full game, but it's not.
Okay, so here we go, guys. Make sure let's try to narrow this down a little bit. Think of a couple games that you want to focus on that you need to make sure belong on this list because we've only got 4 slots left.
Oh God.
Invisible Hours, Touring
Yeah.
Cards, Separation, The Room VR, Gran Turismo Sport, Dirt Rally, Tetris Effect, Red Matter, Sprint Vector, Immortal Legacy, Kevgret, LA Noir, the VR case files, Catch and Release, Transference, and Rush VR. This is really tough.
Okay, I successfully typed all of those down, so I'll
Okay.
know what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Type fast
I
enough.
wrote down the ones that I wanted.
Here are the ones that I would be okay with losing.
Okay.
I'll tell you real quick. Invisible Hours, Touring Carts, Separation, GT Sport, Sprint Vector, Immortal Legacy, LA Noir, Catch and Release. I would like to try and keep the Room VR, Dirt, Tetris,
I can't.
and Transference or Rush. That's too many for the slots, but I'd like to.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
actually almost completely agreed with you until you said no catching the release. And
Well, I know you want catch and release. I mean, it's a
Guys,
great game, and I
give me
know that's your
3
shit,
games
but-
each. 3 games each
Okay.
that you
3 games each.
you cannot that you do not want to lose on this list.
Oh shit. Okay, Tetris. Tetris, Room VR, and Transference or Rush. I don't know, one or the other. But yeah, those are my 3. I think.
I know. I'm doing the same thing. I've got 4. I've got 4 that I really want. I think Tetris, because I came around on Tetris. It is so relaxing to play Tetris right
It's
now.
so good. If people are still hating on it, also, by the way, it's half price right now, so get out there. Go buy it if you don't have it yet.
I can't believe everybody likes Dirt Rally more than Gran Turismo Sport. How is that a thing?
It's just more fun, and it's a full game.
I don't.
Multiplayer online, you got a full campaign. Everything you do flat screen, you can do VR.
Okay,
And it's
so-
such a unique kind of racing game too. For me, like I really like the way that it's set up, where it's just you against the course, and you have to get better at how to take the turns and stuff, and you have that guy kind of keeping you up to speed on what's coming next, and just like learning those call outs was really fun for me because like I'm not great at racing games, and so when I can learn the rules and say, okay, a 6 left, I know what to do on a 6 left.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo is a lot more straightforwardly just sort of like, oh cool, it's kind of a racing game in VR, I like it, but it's doesn't have the same set of features. It's
Okay, I'm
limited.
okay with Tetris and Dirt Rally. The problem I can't decide between is like Rush and Catch and Release.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm
I would probably go with Catch and Release actually.
Okay, so
Even
hold
though
on.
it's not on my list, I would put in for that.
So Dave, you're saying Room, Dirt Rally, and Tetris. Those are your 3 that you would go to bat for, right?
I'd like to, yes, yeah. Although Ace Combat 7, goddamn, you didn't even mention Ace Combat 7.
I did mention it. I said if
No,
it
no,
was.
no. I mean,
Did I
no,
not
just now
Did I not have it on the
of-
list?
What you just told me, no,
Shit, I'm sorry. So
it's okay.
Does that change?
Oh, man, I mean, I would say
Hold
probably
on,
the
wait,
experience
hold on.
of playing. Okay, go ahead.
Leroy Jenkins says Dirt is the Dark Souls of racing games.
Yeah, right. of
I
course.
totally agree.
This is true.
That is sold. You have sold. I do like GT Sport more, but I have to agree with him there. He got me there. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No, I'm just trying to like
think,
narrow this down here.
I think I would say probably for me, if it came down to this, I might put Ace Combat above Dirt, even though I talked all this stuff about how it's the full game in VR, and that's why it's so good.
Yeah,
Just
seriously,
because-
that was your
No,
argument.
no, no. I'm sorry. I'm just saying when I get into that cockpit and I've got my HOTAS all set up, even though it's only 3 stages, that's one of the coolest goddamn experiences you can get on PlayStation VR. So it's hard to leave it out. But once again, Dirt is the whole game. I don't fucking know. I just
Wipeout's
think
already
Ace
on the
Combat
list.
7 is more immediately satisfying to people. Probably Ace Combat. It's a hard choice, man.
How many
Bryan,
slots
what are you
do
thinking
we have,
for this
Brian,
one?
here? How many slots do we have?
So because Borderlands slipped down, we have 4 slots total. And now here's what I'm going to tell you guys. We need to all agree on one game. That's going to be tough. There's got to be one game that we all agree on, and I would love the game that we all agree on. And this is not going to happen. I would love if it was the Room.
Tetris Effect.
I would love if it
Oh,
was the Room.
actually, no. You know what? I'm down with putting the Room in the top 25. I'm okay with that. I love Egypt. What can I say?
Now, because if we can agree on one game that we all think belongs in the top 25,
It sounds
in
like
this
it would be
bracket.
Tetris to me.
I actually no. Yeah, I might go to bat for Tetris over the Room.
even though
I
we had the
really
Room
like the Room.
at 14, Dave, and Tetris at 19.
Well, I'm changing my goddamn mind on
saying,
the spot
I'm
because
just
that's what
allowed
we
to
do
do that.
constantly
He's
on
allowed
this
to
show.
do
Of course,
that.
whatever.
Yeah, no. When
I'm
when
just-
the
I'm just saying, I'm
playing
putting
field
things in
changes, I gotta
perspective.
reevaluate.
Sure.
a little bit.
Zach, there's the
I had the Room at
update to
17.
Combat was nothing VR related.
I had
they're
they haven't updated that at all.
they're not
I
doing
guess-
anything.
I guess my issue is just that if we don't get Tetris on here, then Tetris is not on here.
Well, so okay,
You
so then we agree on a game. right?
I think it's the room.
Is
Or
that-
well, AJ said it's Tetris. So
It could be Tetris. It could be the room. It could be another game. But then that leaves us 3 slots left, and I say we go ride or die time. We all choose one that like we're just force feeding into the list. Period. Doesn't matter what we say.
You're not going to do Immortal Legacy, are you?
I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want for my ride or die. This is one time on the
do
list that I
whatever
don't
the
care what
fuck
anybody says.
I don't think we should do Ride or Die. I think we need to sort this out. I think there's too many good games that we need to.
I think
No
there's too
ride or
many
dies.
good games, and so we have to do ride or dies because we're not going to agree on anything. I think the bottom
we
3
can
should
agree on
always be
something.
our ride or dies.
I think we should try. I
Okay.
think we should try to agree on something here.
Can we agree on like? So would you
Are we
guys
doing any honorable mentions?
No.
Are you no honorable mentions?
no honorable mentions? We got to make life difficult for everybody, but mostly myself.
Yeah.
And so if it came down to so let's say we have a ride or die. So you do
Everybody's
have
still
one more
talking
option.
about Wipeout. Wipeout's on the list, guys.
it's on the list.
Yeah,
guys.
it's in 6 through 10. It's
That's our-
really high on the
that's our
list.
thing, yeah.
Why do I put
forgot
this
it was
stuff up
that
on the
high.
screen?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Why
it's
is it
like-
that high up on the
Why
list?
is everyone still talking about what? No, Wipeout's good, man.
16 for me, but let's go.
Okay, so let's. I'm just gonna call it. We're each gonna get a ride or die. We're each gonna get to pick one game, but we do need to agree on one game before that. And it sounds like the 2 options are Tetris or the room.
I don't like that being the dichotomy there because they both need to get on there.
Well, that's
do
the
we-
problem.
what can we
The rest,
cut?
the
What can
rest,
we cut?
we cut the rest of these. We cut.
Okay, look. This is the thing about Tetris in the room.
Yeah.
Is that I can't play the room anymore. That's my one problem with it. I can go back and play Tetris, and that's my argument for Tetris. Is that I can go back and play it infinite amount of times. I can't really play the room or enjoy it again. Like I loved it from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I can't play it anymore. I'm done with it.
That's a great argument about like replayability. It's like if it was so
But
good
it-
the first time, then
But it also wasn't like mind blowing the first time. It was really good, but it wasn't like mind blowing. Like
Talking
it
about
wasn't.
Tetris.
No, I'm talking about the room. I'm saying
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if it was
it
mind blowing,
is
we'd be talking
mind-blowing
about top
in the
10.
room.
right.
Yeah.
Like it didn't blow me. Like it did. It just was like it was enjoyable from start to finish, but it's like it wasn't like the greatest thing I ever experienced, and I can't play it anymore. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just so good and so memorable that the minute I played it, I was like, this. Like I was in the middle of the second room. I was like, this has to be on the top 25. Like that's how good it was early on, and I thought it got better after that. So I mean, that's my perspective on it. Some of these things
I
are
think,
great because they have replayability, and some of them are great just because they're so good, even if they have no replayability.
It does sound kind of like we're leaning towards Tetris because I'm Tetris over Room also. I think so. 2 out of 3 if that's what we're doing
Tetris.
here.
Tetris.
You
No,
don't- I can't see your face, Brian, but you're not saying anything.
I'm not
so I
saying
can't
anything.
tell
I'm
if
just
you're
thinking.
pleased or displeased.
I'm just
or
thinking.
whatever.
I'm displeased because obviously I want the room, but yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys are both
everybody's
saying
getting my
Tetris,
argument there.
If you guys
yeah,
are-
everybody's getting it.
if you guys are both saying Tetris, then I have no problem. We'll do Tetris as the one that was agreed on, quote unquote, and then we'll do a ride or die. I do think that makes I think that's the only fair way to do it.
I think we should try to debate these last couple, and then if we can't do a ride or die.
I mean, okay, we can. Okay, I'll put Tetris down, and
Are we even 100% sure? Now, nobody get mad at me here,
Yeah.
but are we 100% sure we want Borderlands on this list? Are we 100% sure about that?
Let me look at the alternatives. So these
Yeah.
are the alternatives from the list that could replace Borderlands: Invisible Hours, Touring Carts, Separation, The Room, Gran Turismo Sport, Dirt Rally, Red Matter, Sprint Vector, Immortal Legacy, LA Noire, Catch and Release, Transference, Rush, Ace Combat 7.
Oof, okay.
That's a little tough.
There's not.
I don't know if I don't know if I'd pick almost any of those over.
I wouldn't. I think
It's hard
Borderlands
to,
needs to be
yeah.
on this list.
Yeah, I just had to ask. Okay, I just had to make sure that was okay.
I think it was a good question to ask for sure. Yeah.
Now, Drew is saying get rid of Borderlands 2. It's not built for VR. Get rid of Skyrim also
Nope.
with a pure VR game.
If you played, I mean, I don't know.
If Falcon says if Iron Man is serious delayed, I'm gonna flip the fuck out.
I was about to reply to
it is.
Sorry, dude.
It's definitely
It's
delayed.
totally
Brett.
delayed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
but
you
we're-
got to flip out over there, but it's
yeah,
definitely.
but
you're
we
crazy.
are going to hashtag release the demo and see if we can get them to release the demo to us.
It's an
Yeah,
interesting hill to die on there.
I'll try. It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, wait, Skyrim is only good to people that never played it to begin with. A lot of people, I think, disagree
That's not
with
true.
that statement.
I beat it. I delirium Drew.
Yeah.
What's with the Skyrim hate, man?
Right.
I beat Skyrim on PS3 and I absolutely loved it. It jumped up my list when I played it again. So
All right, we don't need to get into some of these debates. I think some of these have already been settled. We don't need to go back and make it worse. So we've decided that Tetris needs to be in 21 through 25. I mean, what other games could we possibly agree on?
Dirt Rally.
With
I'm
three
surprised to hear you say that, but because I was ready to let it slide. I didn't think it was going to make it.
with three spaces left, I don't think Dirt's going to be one of the three
I
that
don't
I
think
choose.
Dirt's going to make it. Yeah.
This is really difficult.
What's chat? What do you guys like out of these?
Okay,
Dave, did you write it down?
yeah, do you
Did
want to
type
copy
it
and
out?
paste into the chat all the ones that are
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Can you type it? Can you copy and paste it, Dave, so we can look at it?
Let me see
I
if
mean,
still
I
got
could
it.
do it too. I think.
I get it. Hold on.
Okay, I have to type them all out.
Catch and release.
My list says Borderlands, Doom, Golem, Trover, Separation of the Room, GT Sport, Zing, Dirt Rally, Shadow Legend, Sprint Vector. I guess you said Transference too, but I've
Yeah.
let that one slide.
Okay, here.
Transference is great though if you haven't played it, guys. That game's crazy.
Beat Skyrim on PS3. Exactly, not top 10 PSVR games. Catch and release has something no other game has on here. Yeah, I do like catch and release is my jam.
A lot of these games have things that no other game have. That's what makes this difficult.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like Dirt Rally and Catch and Release are like the two I want to see on here, and then the third one I don't even care. But Dirt Rally, I mean, there's if you every single time somebody takes a chance with Catch and Release, everybody just like always gushes about it and stuff. Game Cats Unite, Rush. I think Rush could be number 25 for me. Like Rush, and then
Yeah, it was on my
Rally,
list,
and
but I
I
don't
think-
think Rush is going to make it. I don't think Dirt Rally is going to make it. I think Separation's going to slide to.
Okay.
personally for me, 25.
Here, I
Rush,
put the whole
20.
Here are the ones we're picking from. I just put it into the chat.
Yeah, I think to me personally, 25 Rush, 24 Dirt Rally, 23 Catch and Release. That's my
Yeah,
picks.
I don't
Those
think
are
I don't
my
think I
picks.
have any of the same picks. For me, it would be 25 Separation, 24 The Room, and probably 23.
Can you type it in there and put it? Maybe the cats can help us out here.
What,
Final Assault. is
I
bad.
put the list in the chat. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, well, I just meant like your own personal, like 25, 24, 23. But Dirt Rally, Separation, Sprint Vector, Red Matter. Because you got to remember, Rush. I love racing game and OPS. No, okay, so racing games and VR are like bread and butter. One of those. Well, we do have some
All right,
racing.
so
games.
I just put mine in the chat. It's different than what I just said
Okay. What are your
vocally to you guys. I changed my mind.
Tell me.
25 Transference, 24 Catch and Release, 23 Room VR. I know Transference is not going to go because I'm the only one pushing for that. Catch and Release, I think, does deserve a spot, and I think The Room deserves a spot too. So,
I think The Room deserves a spot.
not Catch and Release then.
I mean, I love Catch and Release. All of these games deserve a spot, but,
Catch and Release
there's only
does
so many numbers.
Man, it does so much more though. It's like the wilderness.
It's like the wilderness.
Yeah, man. People could be going. You're going to be the VR blah blah blah. Ace Combat 7 is my number one. I don't care. It's just a mode.
Yeah, this is really difficult. AJ, I don't. What were your 3 again?
It was 25. Where the hell did my comment go? 25 Rush, 24 Dirt Rally, 23 Catch and Release. I mean, you got wingsuit flying, you got rally racing, and then you got like fishing and like wilderness exploring. Come on, man. That's such a good variety.
Yeah, this whole list is good variety. You should see what's on the rest of the list. It's looking pretty fucking. I was gonna say it's looking pretty fucking various. That's not.
Yeah.
Varied is probably the word I was looking for. It's looking various. Holy shit. Yeah, we're not coming close on anything here. I mean, Dave and I both have The Room. You and Dave both have Catch and Release, and that's sort of where the crossover
It's about
ends.
as close to it.
So maybe put
Yeah.
put The Room and put Catch and Release on there, and then we figure out the last one.
Only if it's separation.
People are kind of they seem like they want Rush more than
Rush
Dirt Rally.
more than Dirt Rally and
Yeah,
more than
that does kind of make sense.
too.
Listen, I think it only makes sense to do Ride or Die at this point.
No, that makes
because
sense for you to do Ride or Die.
Why?
It doesn't make sense because
how
you're
many games-
trying to pick games that none of us else want.
It's gonna fuck the list up because I'm gonna do Ride or Die for like Transference or something.
Fine,
That's
do
good.
the game. No,
That is not
listen.
a top 25 game.
Wait, what's not a top 25 game?
Transference is not.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
No, man.
Transference is a very good game, bro.
It's a good game. It's a good game, but it didn't scare me. It wasn't like it didn't have fun gameplay.
It's not a jump scare game, and it's not it's a puzzle game. I mean, it has puzzles.
I'll still take Gran Turismo
I mean,
Sport over.
I'll give you guys.
I'm with Flo here.
I think the presentation and the atmosphere and the storyline in Transference is like so memorable and really, really crazy well done. Like when the shit's flipped upside down and glitching out and everything and it's like sort of flickering in and out of existence. And those two different versions of the world, I think it's pretty fucking good. But Justin doesn't think so either. I don't know. That's one of those ones like Separation. If it touches you personally, you're gonna like it. And so there was a lot of interesting shit in that game to me. Shenmuso said Transference scared the shit out of him. So different strokes.
Rush over dirt.
It's more like a psychological unsettling.
That's why the
than
Ride or
like a
Die
jump
makes
scare.
sense. So we can all get a say in at the end. We can all give.
But I don't even know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to put this as my Ride or Die. I like it so much, but
Right. So we can, but you make that decision. No one's telling you what to pick.
What would you choose between, Dave? What would you have to choose between for yourself? What would you choose between Transference and what?
sorry, I was replying to a comment.
Dave, while you're replying, hit me up with a tree guy.
Oh, tree guy.
That's Joe Grover with the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Says random fact: AJ rides dragons. I've seen it happen. Okay, carry on. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. Dave, you there?
Dave's there.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
What are you deciding? What would you decide between Transference and what?
Shit, let me look at the list again. Have we pushed out Borderlands entirely?
No, Borderlands is on there.
It's already in here.
Okay.
Borderlands and Tetris are the only thing that's definitively.
Has Doom been locked in?
Doom
Yeah,
is
Doom
in
is locked
16
in.
through 20.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just reading the most recent thing that I typed out, which might have been the 16 through 20.
I love everybody's
25.
golf stir crazy.
Everybody's
but
golf is almost made my list so many times, and honestly,
Yeah.
I would put
I
that
love
in
it, but
over. I would put that in over Catch and Release, even though it's never been that way on the list before.
Nah. Wait, yeah, it did. I thought it did. No, it was on the list before Catch and Release one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I agree
Yeah,
with that
no,
list. That list was good. Can we go back
One
to
of
that
those
list?
lists
I think that's the least popular list.
Let's go back to that list and add separation.
I think
to it, but we
nobody
don't.
liked that list.
I think what we need to do is just take an older list and add 5 games to the end of it,
Right.
and move
Dave,
the fuck
two and a
on.
half
Dave,
hours
if-
in. Dave's
Dave,
like,
if
let's
you-
do this a completely
If you
different
pick something, Dave, if you pick something other than transference, I might go with this ride or die thing. But I want to see what you say besides transference,
All right.
because I don't. You've
looking at the
influenced
list
this
again.
list enough. I don't want
Get out of here.
transference.
No,
Get
no,
out of
you-
here.
Dave,
guys
no,
have
I respect
influenced it
Dave's-
just as much as anybody else.
I respect Dave's influence on the list because I feel like I had some pretty good influence on the list last time, and I feel like maybe I, maybe conceded a bit more than usual this time around.
Ride or die from.
So ride or die time, guys. We need to end every single top 25 with a ride or die.
Oh God. Okay.
Because then we get our voices heard. We get whatever we want in there, but not everything we want. Just the last. We just need the last word, man. We just need to be like, ooh, we needed to get this thing that we really love onto the list, and it gives a little bit of Dave flavor, AJ flavor.
And
Katie
if
flavor.
if you did a ride for die for separation too, I'd actually be kind of okay with that.
And I didn't even
Plus-
tell you what my ride or die would be yet.
I really hope it's separation.
Who knows? It could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ride or die then.
It's ride or die time,
All
guys.
right. I tried. I tried to see if we could agree on something, and we couldn't. So
Yep.
I guess it's ride or die. So you two go first. What's your ride or die?
AJ's like, if you guys go first, then I might get an extra pick because somebody might say my ride or die. All right. So I'm just gonna say it because I need to say it. Separation needs to be on this list for me. I don't care if it's number 25. It needs to be on
I'm
the list.
just so glad it's not Immortal Legacy.
No, it's okay because
And I love
no,
Immortal Legacy.
because, listen,
I love Immortal Legacy.
To be fair, I want to say the room. I want to say the room so bad because I think it belongs on this list so much. But as Dave said, things touch us in different ways, and separation hit all the right notes for me from beginning to end. I didn't experience nearly any of the bugs that anyone else did, and I love that game up and down, and it means so much to me. That is my ride or die.
Okay. I kind of assumed you
cool
were going
with
to say
that.
that. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
AJ, what you got?
No, you go first.
No,
It's
you go
fucking
first.
bullshit.
No, you go first.
You go first.
Dave, I'm gonna say because you managed to get Battlezone and Trover on this list that you do need to go first.
I need to go first. Okay. Well, let's see. Ride or die. What do we got? Invisible Hours,
Yes,
Separation,
I
the
love
Room
it.
VR, GT Sport. No, I haven't fucking decided. This is hard. Dirt Rally, Red Matter, Sprint Vector, Immortal Legacy, LA Noir.
While you
A lot of
decide,
these I can
hit trigger.
easily get rid of. Okay.
Ah, put me down!
That's Firebird Old School again with the 40 Sekiro.
I dropped him on accident. I'm sorry.
Saying cheers, good stream tonight. Pinball FX2.
Okay, so you got the room in.
No,
We're locked.
No.
No. I'm sorry. You put in Separation.
I put in separation
Yeah.
even
Okay.
though I
Yeah.
really want the room. The room is
I think the room. I don't know. To most people, the room will be a better game than Separation will be.
I agree. That's why Ride or Die is so personal and emotional. It's like, it might not make sense. It might not be logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one more time before I decide.
Let go of me!
I knew I had my loyalties. You guys know where my loyalties are. My loyalties are to Brad out of hell, the game cat with the 5 Australian. He said, "You did the right thing, Brian. So proud today." Separation. Yep. I made promises. I had to keep my promises. Yep.
All right, so
Joe
here's the
Grover's
thing.
still waiting for the separation stream. Oh wait, no, not separation stream.
should.
We need to do
After
a
this.
separation spoiler cast.
You guys would just want to tack it on to the end of this stream.
Right? Just transfer directly over.
Might as
No.
well, man. We've been here for long enough. I'm gonna say this is so fucking hard, man.
AJ, you know that you have one that you want above all the others.
No,
You don't? Wow.
no.
Okay.
Would you guys revolt if I did my Ride or Die for Ace Combat 7?
Nope.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's my Ride or Die.
Wow.
It's so fucking
like
good,
it.
man.
I like it.
It's so fucking good.
No, I like it.
If you got the
like
HOTUS,
it.
man. Oh my god, if you got the HOTUS.
It's my favorite.
I know it's a short,
It's my
but
favorite
sweet
experience. Yeah.
It's so goddamn
Dude,
good.
I'm really happy. I'm actually happy that's on the list because this
It should
really
have been
adds some
plenty
nice
of
variety.
times.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I'm
Yeah.
so okay with that.
That's not what I
Guess
expected to
what?
pick myself.
'Cause guess
either, but
what?
I think as much as I like Transference and it hit me a certain way, Ace Combat 7 just experientially, everybody will have the same experience of feeling awesome.
Yeah.
and really, really cool. Whereas with Transference, you might like it as much as I did. Separation, you might like as much as you did. But I think Ace Combat 7, if you get it for $20, $30 or some shit like that, like
People are
it's
happy.
so fun, man.
People are happy, Dave.
Okay.
People are very happy.
That's for you guys.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a good one, man.
Dilly-dallied long enough. AJ,
fact,
what is it?
Look, it may be a mode, but I spent way more hours in Ace Combat than I did with Transference, and it was way more of an experience. It was like almost more of a game than Ace Combat was.
We don't need to
in
sell
some ways,
anybody.
honestly. No.
I mean,
if
then
you're talking
Transfer.
about the gaminess of it, yeah, for sure, it absolutely is. And there's
like
modes to unlock.
I
there's
do wish,
lanes to
but
unlock,
that's a good
there's
pick. That's a
weapons
good.
to unlock.
That's a great pick, Dave. You fucking nailed it.
Thanks, man.
Cats.
So
I need to decide.
Matt Marjanovic says it would be higher, in my opinion, if the whole game had VR.
Top 10, absolutely.
No fucking duh, bro.
Yeah.
It would be top 5.
Oh
if the
yeah,
whole
I
game had
already
VR.
told you it'd
I
be
would
like number one for me.
This would be way up on the list, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So basically, it's for me. It's between Rush and Catch and Release. So I don't know if the cats want to vote.
You put it to a vote.
I think the more on brand thing for you is catch and release, but
It is, but I want to see. I want to let the cats. They decided last time. I want to let
Kevin's
them
already
decide
said
again.
it. Kevin in the chat said AJ
Yeah.
is going to.
I'm giving my ride or die to the cats between.
All right.
Rush
Oh, wow.
and Catch
Okay,
and
so
Quite
Release.
hold on.
quite
We're
a
going to give
group
everybody, a minute to vote?
Or Sprint.
AJ's throwing it after the people.
Voting.
Okay, hold on.
Sprint
Hold on.
Vector's not going to win. I'll tell you that.
Are you
Yeah.
letting them vote? Because I will put it here.
Yes, I am letting them. Red Matter, Sprint Vector. I'm typing it right now.
Wait. What?
Wait, I thought
you're-
you only had 2.
Okay,
options.
fine.
Now you're throwing out like 5 options.
Right. Catch
all right.
and release or
Or Rush.
Rush.
One of those two.
Okay, voting starts here. Go. Okay, everyone after that line. If you voted before the line, revote Aceville and Perfected Insanity.
But only vote once.
Chapulin Cat. Only vote once.
After the line.
After
Corix,
the line.
Rush is multiplayer, but who are you going to play that game with?
Right, also,
I mean,
Corix, that's not a vote. That's you just stated a fact. Yeah, we know you. Blank is fuck. We know Iron Man got delayed. We started the show with that.
Catch and Release. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna let you guys figure this one out. I'll be right back. You guys can.
That's
I
tally
like
this.
it.
Oh,
Rush
look at all
is
this
coming
Rush.
in
Look
strong.
at this-
Although
look at that
catch and
Rush.
release is looking.
That rush
really
of
hot
Rush.
too, man.
Oh, the rush of Rush
This
is
gonna be
real.
tough.
Holy
That's
shit!
gonna
Wait,
be tough.
hold on, and no double voting either. If you double vote, we're
Yep.
gonna hide that comment.
okay. Hold
Some
on a second.
mod
Ready?
needs
5,
some mod
4,
needs to take care of
3,
keep track.
2,
Holy
1.
shit! I was
Boom.
not expecting that.
Okay. Perfect Insanity got in at the last second. All right.
I know, right? Yeah, he said catch no competition.
Oh man, look at all the votes trying to get in.
We still got
afterwards.
votes coming in. Extend a little bit. Extend a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Give them another.
Fine. Okay.
another shot.
Fine. I don't.
It's still late and stuff too. I
That
would
is
say
crazy. I'm gonna let you guys count this. I'll be right back. I gotta let my. Okay.
Okay. We're
we got one for Johnny Rypop. $3.99 in Canadian dollars. Great for buying poutine or all dressed chips. He says the way 1 through 5 without editing is perfect.
all right.
Okay.
Okay. Who?
Yeah.
We got to stop the voting soon. I'm gonna wait for a few more to get in here.
If you say Killing Floor, it doesn't count.
Right. Looks like it's slowing down. I think everyone got their votes in. All right.
Thank you, Sonic. If somebody
Right.
can tally up the Rush VR, Sonic got Sonic got 18. Can we tally up Catch and Release?
All right. I'm
I'll start looking.
Dave,
1,
why
2,
don't you?
3, 4.
Why don't you?
I'll do it. Yeah, 5, 6.
You're doing catch and release. I'm gonna just do
Yeah.
redo Rush just in case.
All right, I got 22 for Catch and Release.
14, 15, 16.
I think Catch and Release might have won this one. Everybody's telling AJ go with his heart.
16. So it looks like catch and
Yeah.
release won by a landslide.
I think that's okay. I mean, Catch and Release is, I don't know, Rush is a very, very cool game. It's really fun.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's sort of a one-note kind of thing. You know, you get the gameplay, it's very immediate. But Catch and Release, there's a lot of little
Wait,
mechanics.
Johnny
that are kind of
Rypop
fun to
says
play around with.
17 for catch and release. How many did you get? You had like 20
I just
something.
counted way more than that. No, I counted way more than that. I'll do a double check, but
Yeah, I don't remember what I just said for Rush, to be honest with you.
I think the number might have gone up. I said this is 22 now. I'm saying 22.
11.
Is that what I said before? It's
11.
it's quite high. Shinmuso, I did not check for doubles. I'm not
13.
that on top of things. I didn't check for doubles. I'm just trusting people to not do doubles because we asked them not to, and I trust you guys. So, yeah, I got 22 for catch and release.
Not even close to 20 for Rush. All right, cool. It looks
I
like
think that's it. Catch and release.
All right, well, if that's how AJ
and
wants to do it,
AJ's not even here.
it's all good. Catch
Yeah,
and
but he
release.
should be rejoicing right now. I want to see him so happy, with his, take his beanie off and throw it up in the air like he's graduating or something.
Have we ever seen AJ take his beanie off?
That's what I'm saying. If Catch and Release got it on the list,
I don't.
just because people voted for it, I want to see him take that off.
Dude, he came up to Worcester for like days with you, and
Oh yeah, I slept in a bed next to him. I
did you
not in the same bed, two separate beds, but in
Right.
the same hotel room.
Just to clarify,
But yeah, just to say. But I don't know if I
was gonna say
I don't know if I saw his head.
I came and met you
can't
guys in the
tell if
morning.
I saw his head, man.
I came and met you guys in the morning with coffee, and I was like, nope, he still already had the beanie on.
Oh god,
Dropped you guys
That's
off at night.
hilarious.
Yep, still had the beanie on.
Yeah, I can't recall if he slept with it.
AJ's
I think
head-
he might have. I think he slept with it.
AJ's scalp is a
It gets
mystery.
cold. It's very cold.
What
up
if
there.
you took it off? It was just exposed brain.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All
just
right.
like a glass covering, and you can see his
Okay, is he ever coming
like,
back?
Mars Attacks or something. He's saying he's here. He's refilling his coffee.
Okay, well, smart move
Yeah,
because
yeah,
now we
yeah.
got to put the order.
Okay,
in.
well, if we're putting the order together, I'm gonna get a beer. Then I'll be right back.
All right. Oh,
So it's all you, Brian.
I gotta pee. Okay, go. I'll hold it. You're muted. What are you saying?
I'm telling them to entertain themselves for a few minutes.
All right, should I get
what's
my
that old
guitar?
thing? Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's so out of tune.
I can get my guitar too.
It's so. Oh, you want to play a song together? Can we do it with the delay? Here, while we wait for AJ, let's see.
Mine's electric though. It's not acoustic. Mine's electric, so you won't be able to hear it very well. And I also don't have a pick on me. But here's my guitar, guys. I think it's very nice. It's a Sunburst Squire Jagmaster, which is like a cheap knockoff of a Jazzmaster, which is my favorite guitar ever made. Okay, Brian, what do you got over there? I can't see your fingering
Does it
or
matter?
what you're playing.
There's a delay, man. I can't even tell if this is in tune.
Well, and I also can't even hear it. Mine's out of tune also.
Man.
Wait, is it out of tune? No, it's actually in tune. You want to do lead? You want to do lead or rhythm?
Oh, I am not a lead guitar player, man.
Okay, so I'll do lead. Tell me what chords you're playing.
Oh, AJ's back, dude. Get some drums out, dude. Let's fucking jam.
AJ, let's play, man. Let's fucking go, man. AJ
Yeah,
plays
hold on.
all kinds of stuff. It's weird.
We scared
it's
him
weird
off.
playing without being able to hear myself.
Yeah. My tuner's like almost dead. Like this is not terribly accurate. Oh, rough. Okay, tuner needs new batteries. All right. We'll get to
Man,
that.
I wish I had my amp. I
I got an extra one in the other room. It's like 200 pounds. All right. Nope.
I don't know.
Nice.
It's basic chords.
All right.
Keep going, Dave.
Oh, wait.
Ah, shit. You want to
All right.
sing for me, AJ?
I'm going to pee. This is great.
Do you want to decide on a key or something? Although I don't really know keys.
I
that
was
well.
just gonna play by ear. Just let you play.
I'll just play some basic shit. I'll just do like I love that this is part of our top 25. Because Brian's got to piss. All right. I'm just gonna do like
I
a
can
C. I'm
Just
gonna do
riff,
C,
man. Just
C,
riff,
A
and
minor, and G.
I
I'm just
can
gonna do
follow.
C, A minor, and G. I feel like I think the delay
I don't
might be throwing off a little bit. I don't know what's going on. People just now have no fucking clue. Guys, we just gave up on video games. There's no more video games. We're just talking about shit now. What key are you in? That's what we're talking about.
I don't know. My guitar is not even in tune. I'm not going to tune it right now.
I'm surprised I'm the only one who has it in tune, although I don't have a pick anywhere, so I'm just using my thumb.
All right.
I wish I could get my synth hooked up. I'm way better at synth than I am at guitar. Although I taught guitar to kids for like 5 years. Little known Dave fact, I used to be a guitar teacher for elementary school and middle school kids before I got the job. Man.
Dave Page says Brian's a lefty. Does that mean that everything's reversed? No,
Maybe so, yeah.
Because I am a righty. All right. All right, you guys. Let's.
Okay.
All right. Now we got to get the order of these going.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get to it. I didn't get my beer yet. Though.
All right.
Now that you're back, I'll go.
Go get your beer. All right. Enough messing around. That was the musical interlude between the segments here, where we have to put things in order.
Ships Geek Out says I'm starting a Joe Exotic cover band, and you guys are in.
Sweet. All right. So I'm now getting rid of. I'm going to save this as full top 20.
Okay.
Then I'm going to alter this.
Yeah. Let me update my thingy mabobber. Yeah.
All right, that works.
Thingy McBobber.
Ooh, I want some McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hey, I could order McDonald's right now. We all could.
We all could.
It's not great. It's not
No,
great.
I couldn't. There's no chance in hell I'd order
Wow.
McDonald's.
You sound like a fucking elitist. AJ.
Okay.
You better than the rest of America? Huh? Can't eat fucking McDonald's? Get out of
I
here.
can when I'm like drunk at 2 a.m.
Somebody needs to give you a Happy Meal because you seem like
Unhappy. You seem like an angry meal right now.
I want an unhappy meal. Where are those at?
I don't know, man.
That-
You got
that's
me
just every
looking
day.
at ordering food though because I am getting hungry. Anyways, let's keep going.
Here, while
Oh, we got a tip.
This is not fair.
that's
Oh, can I sing it? Wait, can I sing
you
it?
can certainly sing it.
Okay. Yeah, we got to get the order now. Brian, let me know when you got that updated so I can copy it. And
After this,
screenshot it.
we're definitely actually going to do the show that we were
Yeah.
meant to do originally.
Yeah.
So what do we think?
We
Like
need-
a little bit of
We needed a break.
a somber tone. Is that coming through? You guys can hear that?
Oh yeah, it's coming through.
Was a list
Hold on. I gotta sing this tip.
of the 25 PSVR.
No, AJ, I gotta sing the
Sing the tip.
tip.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Joe Grover with the $5 says, "Brian, did you pee?
Wow. Yes, I did.
I ran and peed and ran back because I wanted to win. I dribbled.
You can screenshot AJ.
Did I win?
God.
Okay,
Awful.
so
Awful. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
really
shit.
bad, guys.
is that really bad?
Oh, shit. Somebody,
Another one.
Dave.
Actually.
Dave, get Dave.
Wait me anymore. Help.
Okay, we got this one. This is a little more upbeat. Do some power chords.
What's going on?
Now I'm not only a Patreon supporter. I can't even hear what I'm playing at this point. Anyways, I'll just read it. Now I'm not only a Patreon
Thank you,
supporter
David
without
Moore.
parole, but now for PSVR Underground and Dave's Vision VR. Really enjoy what you guys do. Thank you so much, David Moore. I appreciate that. Come on, GameCats, help support these guys because anything worth a damn isn't free, and that's right.
Thank
Dave
you very
Moore,
much.
that is very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, man. You're amazing.
And
This community is
thing was
amazing.
Damn
Love
ain't
all of
free.
you so much.
All right.
Okay,
David.
I'm gonna screenshot this.
do this.
Damn ain't free.
Screenshot this.
Shen Uso says $2 play Freebird. That's £2 actually. Freebird. I don't know how to play Freebird. I don't know how to play
And for that,
other
I'm
songs
eternally
by
thankful.
people. Yeah. I actually don't know how to play any other people's
Brackets
songs.
in
Maybe
order.
one Planet Clip song. No, I just always made up my own shit or like
Why
taught
can't
people
I
how to play
see-
it.
Yeah, no, I've written mostly my own stuff, but
I mean, I had to teach children like how to play Smoke on the Water and shit like that.
Okay.
but
yeah.
I don't
Okay.
really care.
Dave sounds like
All
Johnny
right, let's
Cash.
let's get the order of this Monkey.
Okay, so here we are.
No, it's time to go. It's time to go.
In let's see, in 21 through 25, we've got Borderlands, Tetris, Separation, Ace Combat 7, and Catch and Release. I want to tell you guys right now that we have put.
What are you thinking?
We have put Catch and Release, I believe, at 25 and 24 previously, but that's the only thought I have at the moment. I think just because we pushed it down the list so many times, I think Borderlands does have to kind of remain at 21. But that's my thought. What do you guys think?
I honestly like of these games, I think I like Borderlands the least of these.
You know, that's a weird thing to say, but I kind of can feel that too. Like, I don't know. It's not.
Let's start it. Let's put Borderlands at 25. You guys okay with that?
Ooh. Okay.
I love Borderlands. It's a great game. That's the reason it's on this list. Like, it's really good.
I mean, really, I don't want to just be like a contrarian here, but is Borderlands like less? Like, is it lesser than?
I feel like
Tetris?
Borderlands is yes.
Yes.
Well, for me,
Yes.
I don't
For me
know.
too.
I don't know why. Because the full-on game that I played every single second. I've never streamed an entire game on my channel, and Borderlands is the only game that I played like
good.
25 hours of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But when I go back to it, like, I do recognize that
Thank
thing
you,
that
Hugh.
people said about the
Shout out to your
the
cousin
kind
Matt.
of shakiness of the look of everything that can be a little disorienting.
Sure.
If I spend a lot of time away from it, I do get motion sick when I get back into it a little
I've
bit.
never gotten motion sick from Borderlands.
You never got
I
motion
know.
sick from anything. We know, AJ, you're fucking immune. It's like, I would play
No, but-
games on hard, and I'm fucking hardcore.
Borderlands is
Filthy
full
casuals.
of content. I guess
It is.
for me,
It does have a lot of content.
Tetris
but it's-
comes in.
They
a
gave us
little-
all the DLC. They gave us aim support. That was after you streamed it, Dave.
That's so hard. I see all these people
There he is.
talking about.
I knew. There he is.
Yes.
I was waiting for him to come yell at me.
I don't know, man. It's
Huge
a really
game. It is a
fucking good
huge
game. It was
is
always
a huge
good.
game. It's a good game.
I will say, here's the thing.
but Billy
there's no claptrap in Tetris Effect, and I feel like that's a huge benefit.
Yeah,
But
I
Billy
will
Goat-
give you that.
you could have Borderlands 2 be the first thing you see on this list. Come on, the first thing you see.
But that was the selling point.
Shut up, Bryan.
I'm sorry. To me, I mean, I feel like Ace Combat 7 could easily be 25, only because of the content. Right? Spend as many hours as you want, but it's still 3 missions.
I think that's a fair argument. But it was an experience that blew my socks off.
Which one?
And
Ace Combat.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, it's my ride or die, so it's on here somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, okay. If I was going to put this in order, I would say I would leave it exactly the way it is. I would say Catch and Release at 25, Ace Combat 7 at 24, Separation at 23, Tetris at 22, and Borderlands at 21. That's how I would leave it.
I'm okay with that.
say it one more time for me. Bryan.
You have it screenshotted the same way it is on the list right now.
So I'm seeing this comment from Rat Skull. Borderlands is better than Doom VFR. I think that's an interesting point because as a game, it's much longer, of course.
Yeah.
But I like Borderlands and I like Doom, and for me, Doom VFR did more for me as a VR experience.
I
than
intentionally had Doom
Doom.
ahead of it because Doom using Doom with the DualShock on ultra violence like made me come around on that game. Playing it on ultra violence with the thing. I used to like it because of moves, but playing it with moves made it not be on a top 20 list ever. Playing it with the DualShock did.
Oh, that's my thing the whole time. I mean, head tracking is the most accurate thing you'll ever get for a first-person shooter besides mouse and keyboard. Maybe even more precise than mouse and keyboard.
I'm fine with
to be
keeping this
honest.
bracket in this order. If everyone's cool with that, I'm fine. Borderlands with the aim is better than Doom. And
All right. Well, Dave said it was
A
my
lot of people are hating on Doom right now.
I mean, they can hate on Doom, man, but like Doom is, Doom,
Yeah, every time we didn't have Doom, we got the same thing. So it's like whatever.
right.
And it's a beautiful game. Dude, look, of all the first person shooters, like there's not a lot of first person shooters on PSVR, and it is the best one. It's better than Killing Floor. It's better than Arizona Sunshine. It's better than Atex Cybernetic. It's better than all these other ones that are here. And that's why Doom has to be on this list.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about depth in games and stuff too, there's a lot of unlockables. There's a lot of cool secret stuff you can get into, like playing the classic levels, which is crazy in VR. Like the original Doom levels is really, really cool to go back and play those. I don't know. I just think, yeah, it really is Doom. It's straight up Doom. And if Doom exists in VR and you can play it the way Doom is meant to be played,
Right.
that has to be in the top 20.
Okay,
But
we're debating. We've already got the 25 games that are going to be on this list.
Okay,
settled.
so let's move on to the
we've
next
already
bracket.
dealt with the brackets. Like, so we know that Doom's going to be on this list, and it's going to be between 16 and 20. Like that.
Well, I think
that debate is long gone, whether it's going to
Okay.
be here or not. So you guys are okay with keeping this the same way, right? 21 through 25.
I think that sounds good to me. The way you said
I'm
it
fine with
before.
that.
Okay. I can't even type. My eyes are on fire. Okay, so then that moves us into 16 through 20. And those are
People are not agreeing with us here. In the
What
chat.
are they saying? Hold on.
It's in Doom VFR is a flawed Doom experience. I think BL2 is the best first-person shooter. Aim controller sucks on Doom. Take the arm off my head, and I'll agree.
Yeah, aim controller is my least favorite way to play Doom, but the option's there. Even if it's
DualShock
not
4 is
awesome.
the best.
I'm still
Yeah, I
with
don't
Move.
know.
I love the
You're one of those
DualShock
crazy
version.
people who likes the moves.
Yeah, I don't use the moves. Look, if we're telling you right now, use the DualShock 4 and put it on ultra violence. Have a nice day with Doom. Boom.
Yeah.
And Brian even likes it with the moves, but I don't recommend the aim controller or the move controllers with Doom. I recommend the DualShock 4.
In DualShock 4,
this is
I was
coming-
shocked. The last time I played through that game, I played it with the DualShock
Yes.
4, and my statement over and over for the last year or two was, yeah, if you play the DualShock 4, it's really good, but it's Doom. It's just Doom in VR. And as it turns out, with the DualShock 4, that's a really good thing. Just having Doom in VR is awesome.
Well, that's the thing that always pisses me off when people say, "Oh, it's just Tetris in VR." Well, isn't Tetris like one of the best-selling fucking games in the entire universe that's been around for decades?
But yeah,
like,
but Dave
it's
Matthews Band
Tetris
is
in
really
VR,
popular as
but it's-
well.
Well, here's what I'm
Same.
saying: if you put a Dave Matthews concert in VR, people would like that because there's a lot of people who like Dave Matthews. I'm just saying,
People like all
Tetris,
sorts of terrible things.
People write off Tetris by saying it's just Tetris in VR.
Right.
And the other thing that you missed there is it's Mizuguchi and Tetris in VR because that middle part is very important.
Yeah,
that's why it's on this list, man.
And we're
Like,
definitely not debating Tetris.
So let's
We're
move
not,
into
we're
the
not, we're
next
not.
bracket. I'm
Okay,
fine
let's
with.
keep
Let's
going.
just go to the next. So
Man, I want all of these games to be number 16.
yeah, let's just make a list where it's all number 16.
16,
It's
that's
top
16 again,
25, but
16 again.
number 16, number 16.
He's all tied for number 16.
I'd
Strangely enough.
probably
Exactly. That'd be nice.
go. Ooh. Well,
Okay, so to kind of go along with the chat, I do think Doom should be low in this bracket. I think it should maybe be 20. As far as
yeah.
I'm
Screw
fine
it.
with that. Yeah.
because it is great, but it's also short and it's also it's also got
It's not.
name
It's
issues.
not up to par with. Yeah. Okay.
It's not short for a VR game. It's a full ass VR game. It's like 2 or 3 hours at least, and there's a bunch of unlockable shit.
Yeah, I feel like I did all the unlockable stuff very quickly.
I think that's still at least to unlock everything and play it all is at least 6 hours, probably
Yeah, somewhere around there.
5 or 6.
I'm having a rough time with
It's
Johnny's suggestion
awesome.
here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's close, but
I would honestly put Doom at 20 and Zing at 19. And Trover.
Zing is coming in that hot. 19.
Zing is really good. Again, it's not only just a puzzle game, but it's got like platforming elements, and it has Donkey Kong.
Oh god!
music.
You know what's funny?
can
I
we
had
stop with the
this
Donkey Kong
feeling
music?
that the stream. I love Donkey Kong.
Donkey
music, by the
Kong
way.
music.
That's one of my favorite kinds of music. But I will say, I thought we were so close to being done with this, but I feel like we're just starting. I feel like now we're just starting.
Yeah, well, it always takes everything takes longer than expected. I kept,
Yeah,
I
pretty
kept messing
much.
with the hat and the hair. I just had to take the hat off.
I like Duran Fan's list.
What does the Rand fan have? Doom, Trover, Shadow Legend, Golem, Zing. I don't like Zing being that high.
Zing is too high there. Yeah,
Yeah, I like
better than Shadow.
And well, okay. Also, everybody, when we did the whole vote, people are saying, see, people are yelling at you to leave Zing at 16.
What do you mean leave it? We don't have it at 16. it's nowhere.
It's not.
These are not numbers. These are so. Look at the top. No order, Dave. Because we have to keep reminding Dave
Zing,
that they're not.
Zing is like a.
What do you want?
Nothing.
It's a full length game. It's a full
I can't
length
see
game
you
for
guys
like
anymore
$10,
either.
$20. Sorry.
Okay.
And for the record, Shadow Legend did get more votes when we did a vote. Shadow Legend did get more votes on than Golem. As far as now that they were both $25, which one's better?
Listen, I would put Shadow Legend at 16 and Golem at 17.
Yes. Wait, no. I agree that Shadow Legend could be above Golem.
I think, but those for me, those are the two best in this category, in this bracket.
Perfected said he said no. Let's see. Doom over Trover. Come on now.
I think we should start taking bribes from the chat, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take tips
Yeah.
for you solidifying your pick in the top
Oh,
25.
don't listen to them, guys.
But
Don't
what that
listen to
means
them.
is it's got to be at least $25 tip.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And we will actually, and then I'll actually put your name in the top 25 list. As, this guy chose this game for this number.
And we'll make you do the voiceover for it on the
Oh wow.
video.
Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem I have with Shadow Legend and Golem. Is that Shadow Legend's combat is not the greatest.
No, it's not. It is actually
It's
not
more-
very good.
It's more about the interaction.
Yeah, with the environment especially.
Even the dismemberment isn't like that sharp.
Right. It's got like the
Like,
lines
it doesn't work
across
exactly the way it.
It's got like
It's not
blinking
perfect.
lines. So I'm okay with putting Golem over Shadow Legend.
I think
That
the
was-
combat in
Did
the
you just-
combat in Golem.
Did you just try to trick me? Because that's the opposite. You're like, I'm okay with it. And I was like, that's not what I was asking.
What did you ask? I'm sorry.
I was saying Shadow Legend at 16, Golem at 17. But the thing that's important to me,
I don't know.
I think those are the two best games in this bracket. And so if you want to switch them, I'm fine with that. But I do think they should be at 16 and 17. David?
I was just going to ask the chat if I should order Italian, Chinese, burger, or pizza. So let me know what you guys think in the chat.
Wow.
I'm so hungry. It's
Also,
so-
Oh, now I want pizza. You motherfucker. I was actually going to stop ordering
3 fucking
pizza.
hours. I'm so hungry. Get a vegan pizza or something.
Dude, Johnny Rypop just gave us $25 for Shadow Legend at 16.
Oh my god, that's not going to work though. That's going to be not.
Can't
That's not
do
how it
that.
works. Right,
Hey,
Pop,
we
I
made a
hope you didn't
promise.
actually. No, that wasn't a promise. That was a joke.
Nope.
Anyways,
Okay, Johnny Rypop, I'm going to be sending you a script to voice number 16, and you're going to be in the top 25
that
list.
doesn't count.
It does count. He did exactly what we said.
But I was joking.
We're not, Dave. We're not saying, oh, you can just put any game anywhere. We're placing games in a bracket, so they're already pretty close to where we want them to be. Now we're just specifying. And if the
But what
counts
is
are,
it's payola? It's fucking pay to play. I don't like
listen,
that.
I was the one.
I love.
I was
I
rooting
love
for it.
Rypop.
I was rooting
love
for it at
Rypop.
16 anyway.
I'm just saying he shouldn't.
All right, well, then we need to speed this up before they get more money.
If anybody
thrown at
took
us.
me seriously,
We can't
I
take.
don't want you to actually send me 25. That was a joke.
The problem is I like Zing more than Shadow Legend, and I like Zing more than.
You should
I
have
don't know if
gotten
I
it
liked
in
more
before
than
Johnny
Golden,
Rypop gave us money.
though. You can't buy spots in the list. Look,
I still think those are the two best games on the list. Or in this bracket. I think that
all right. So Shadow Legend, Golem,
Zing.
Zing. I'll settle for that. Fine.
David. Shadow Legend, Golem, Zing, 16, 17, 18.
Not my favorite lineup, but I guess I won't argue anymore. So
I mean, we're not making any progress, so we kind of need to.
that's
5
what I'm
Old
saying.
School
I'm
says,
just gonna
"What's the
let
price
this
for
go. I'm just gonna
Pinball
let this
FX2?"
go.
I think we'll start taking $20 donations for honorable mentions. I guess we should start doing that at this point.
Brian,
You know what?
it's not a pay to play.
I'm joking now. We're not really. Don't give us money
You
for honorable
sounded
mentions.
serious.
Dude.
Okay.
You're drunk.
Am I really?
I don't think you are. Are you?
No, I mean,
All right.
I took a few shots for
Making me
people.
really
But
want pizza.
I'm okay.
Okay. So
order
then we
out.
have Trover.
I am getting pizza though.
Trover and Doom, 19 and 20. Which one's above the other? I think
Ooh,
Trover's
that's
20.
hard. That's so
Trover
hard.
Doom. I'd probably put
I don't
Trover over Doom.
Billy Goat Catfish says, "Make Borderlands #1, and I'll send you some sexy selfies."
Hard to get.
Deal.
Zing is different than the Room VR.
We don't have the room on this list.
Harder, maybe if you don't like hard puzzles, but it's I don't know. It's way more game. It's like I think I beat Zing in like 10 to 12 hours, something like that. It's a full game, and it's gorgeous. And the puzzles are amazing. They will blow your mind.
What are we arguing about?
Nothing.
Okay, so
Trover over Doom.
Trover, you're putting Trover at 19 and Doom at 20, even though you didn't have Trover on your list at all.
Yeah,
Hey,
Trover's more fun
that happens.
the first time, but Doom is just really good and still.
Okay.
And it's the closest thing to Doom
And it sounds,
2016.
and it sounds like Dave's agreeing with you, so I'm okay with that.
I think so.
I really
yeah.
like Trover.
Okay.
I not like I didn't want Trover on the list.
Okay. Fleshing out the titles here. Okay. So that brings us to 11 through 15.
Okay.
Now
let
we
me
got
see what-
Farpoint, Moss, Static, Rush of Blood, and Battlezone.
Shit, what I do here? Okay. Wow, I totally screwed up my
I think
screen.
of
Static. Static
is-
got that high up on the list. Really?
yeah. And honestly, as far as these 5 go, this is tough because I know that AJ is going to be fighting for Moss, and Dave. I had Rush of Blood lower on my list, but now that I see it here, like of this group of games, it's one of my favorites.
You know
of this
it's
group.
got to be higher up there. You know it's got to be higher up there. Rush of Blood is a timeless fucking classic. We will not get a game like that again, probably ever on PlayStation VR. I'm serious.
No, sorry.
Ships
Ships Geek Out in the chat. Ships Geek Out in the chat says if we use Dave's PC,
I already
then
saw that.
Oregon Trail would be
Yes.
#1.
Yeah,
the
right.
jokes about your PC are never ending. I love it.
No, I mean I love getting roasted. It's great. It's my work laptop.
Everybody
so
loves your PC though.
It's not even my fault. So
Stack is 15.
damn it, this Italian restaurant is out of the Ville Marsala. What am I?
I'm
gonna
okay.
do?
I kind of agree with Static at 15. What Frog said.
I mean, I think of these 5,
Farpoint, Moss,
Static and Rush of Blood are
Battlezone.
my top 2.
I almost liked Marcusaur's thing, except for the Battlezone. Like I think Farpoint, Moss, Rush of Blood,
Yeah, he's got the opposite list of that as
Battlezone, then Static, or Static then Battlezone.
I mean, I would put Battlezone.
Everyone's saying Farpoint 11, Moss 12. I agree with that right there. I agree with Farpoint
No,
11.
you
Moss
just
12.
made that up. Everyone said it.
Farpoint is my favorite PSVR game. It should be in the top 10 list.
How is it not in your top 10 then?
It was in my top 10. It's
Oh.
not in the collective top 10.
It's my favorite game. It wasn't #1.
Farpoint, Rush of Blood, Static, Moss, Battlezone. I think Farpoint should be first, and Battlezone should be the last one.
I think Battlezone should be the last one. Dave, if you don't give any input here, you got to hook us up with some info. Is he frozen, or is he just intently looking at his order? I can't tell. Oh, I think we might have just lost Dave.
Wait, lost who? Lost me? You still hear me?
What?
You still hear me?
Yeah, I can still. You're fine. Dave's gone
Oh, Dave's gone.
again.
Okay.
My shit froze again.
Nope.
God
Oh,
damn it.
I hear him.
Voice of God.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Rush of,
coming
oh,
back.
he's typed in the chat. Okay.
coming
Rush
back.
of Blood. I can't. Rush
you
of
see
Blood,
Yeah,
Battlezone.
I can see you.
Moss,
You're good.
Okay. Yeah, my laptop fucking worse.
I wonder how long ago that happened because I thought you were just intently ordering food for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Can
5
we
minutes,
all
really?
just agree that?
long?
Can we
Nice.
just agree that Farpoint is number 11? Can we at least get there?
Only if we can put Static at number 12.
I put Farpoint at 15 though. But do whatever.
Well, you also
My
got
computer doesn't.
Battlezone on this list when none of us have.
Battlezone deserves to be on this list. Nike.
I'm
had the
not
same
not
idea.
arguing with
I
that.
know. I said I would be your master. As your master, don't say you like Battlezone.
Wow. All right.
Let's see. I think he pretends. No, he pretends to be frozen. That's how he. 11 Farpoint, 12 Rush of Blood, 13 Moss. I like Shen Muso's. I actually like
That's because
Shen.
Farpoint is 11. That's why you like it.
No, everybody's saying Farpoint 11 because everybody knows it should be 11. Even
Farpoint,
Duran
Rush
Fan.
of Blood,
And we all
Moss.
listen to Duran Fan, or bad things happen. I like Shen Muso's.
I'll take Shen Muso's, but I need to swap 13 and 14. So Farpoint, Rush of Blood, Static, Moss, Battlezone.
Moss,
Static
over-
over Moss. Okay, so we're sticking Battlezone.
Static over
I'm fine
Moss.
as long as it's
But
in the top 20. I'm okay.
Why do you hate Quill so much?
Listen, the top 25 list. And pretty fucking high up in the top
Why do you
25.
hate
This is the
Quill?
middle
What
of the
did
top
Quill
25
do to
list.
you? I have Quill emojis.
Listen, can we agree? Farpoint,
I don't have any
Rush
static
of Blood,
emojis.
Static, Moss, Battlezone.
Sure.
We're taking
Yes.
Shen Muso's suggestion almost.
I like Shen Muso's to the T.
Yeah, well, you can't always get what you want.
Farpoint. Have I gotten anything I wanted on this? I kind of have. I think the list looks good overall.
You know, we debate this. Everyone seems cool, and then at the end,
hey,
everyone bitches.
Brian,
Like,
don't
I fucking hate
regret
this. This isn't
Brian. Don't do anything you're gonna regret. Okay. Don't do anything you're gonna regret. Is all I'm saying.
My God,
Yeah,
my
that's right.
God.
That just happened.
Okay.
That just
I'm
happened.
just gonna be quiet.
So Shen Muso's look fine, right?
This is an interesting point to if I've got your back when it counts, then I will totally take Shen Muso's list and put it in here.
Okay.
But that is something you have to agree to right now.
All right.
All right, yeah, okay. Because I have the ability to go back and change this. Moss, Static,
Yeah.
and Battlezone. Okay. How fucking Dave? Can you hear us at least, Dave, or can we hear you?
Yeah. I don't hear Dave or anything.
Ba. All right. Well, so let's get a jump on 6 through 10. He'll join us in a second. So
Okay.
now,
Farpoint, Rush of Blood, Moss, Static, Battlezone.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here, you know, my
Sorry, Dave, can't hear you. Moving on.
my chat's not scrolling. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna do this before Dave. Fuck you! I'm Tree Guy. That is for Firebird Old School again with the 50 Sekuros saying. However, read this. 1. Clean your hands. Take care of the elders. Like, take care of the.
There he is.
Sorry, I was a little late.
Wait, he has this number, but he only has one number. However, read this. 1. Clean your hands. Take care of the elders like mechanical things. The elders like mechanical things.
For sure.
Like
Make sure
bumpers.
they're
Like bumpers
operating
and slingers. Well, Pinball FX2 cheers. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's... yeah, Pinball's awesome. For sure.
Right.
Okay, here we go. So
Sirens on our end.
Sirens on my end, your end as well, or just my end?
And I said our end.
Okay, so we both have the same end.
Yes. It's like human centipede.
This is disgusting. All right. So we had decided when we did this, we made the concession that Skyrim would be number 6 or 7. So that's the only thing we know. Skyrim, Blood and Truth, The Persistence, Wipeout Omega, and Super Hot. I hate saying this because I feel yeah.
No, go ahead. I almost like SBs. Like I'm okay with Skyrim being 6, but I think Blood and Truth should be higher. I think Blood and Truth should be like.
Yeah, I mean,
I really wanted Blood and Truth at
where?
6. Blood and Truth 6,
I mean,
Skyrim 7.
That's a good number for Blood and Truth.
Blood and
I
Truth
think
6.
Skyrim,
Skyrim
that's
7.
too high for Skyrim, but I'm okay with Blood and Truth.
Blood and Truth 6, Skyrim 7.
See, I don't. I like his 6 and 10. Skyrim at 6 and Super Hot at 10. But then I would. Oh man,
I wipe out. I think Blood and Truth, Skyrim.
Blood and Truth over Skyrim.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a 100-hour game. It just has to be.
I'm well aware of what Blood and Truth
unforgettable
is.
one. Unforgettable
Trust me,
one.
when we sacrificed the Room VR, I realized, everything's going to be different here.
6 hours.
All right. Well, Skyrim's going to be 6 or 7. I don't want to put Blood and Truth above Skyrim, but at the same time, I don't think the other three can be
I would
above.
put Blood and Truth above Skyrim. I think there's something to be said for a game that's designed from the ground up for VR, that is a VR game, top to bottom.
I can already hear the
Whereas-
number 1 and 2 argument happening.
Torture.
Dave, you're muted, man. Okay, so we're saying Blood and Truth, then Skyrim, because I do think that those are the two best of this category. So that I'm okay
Wait,
doing
can you
that.
guys hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I was just saying, I think Blood and Truth above Skyrim for me personally.
I'm not upset with that at all. I can totally see why people would put Blood and Truth above Skyrim. I wouldn't.
Not everybody can play a game for hundreds of hours. Like not everybody has that kind of time.
That's totally irrelevant. Right.
But fuck. I think I did have. Well, no, I had Blood and Truth at number 3.
Well, so the other thing for me is, I think I was muted before, but if you design something from the ground up for VR, it's going to get a higher rating from just
You.
in general.
From you.
Because if you port something to VR, there are always these inevitable artifacts of this being a flat screen game that got ported. Like Skyrim, I have gripes with, and I think that I like Blood and Truth a little better
Okay.
as a PlayStation.
You can skip the cutscenes technically. You can't skip them the first time, but you can go back and you can play the levels that just have like the gameplay.
So you can play the levels, but you can't just be like, I want to play the game again from beginning to end. You have to go and select every single level, right?
You don't want to play the game beginning to end again. You just want to play the
No,
levels.
I know.
Select, yeah.
It gets a little repetitive.
Yeah. It's good the first time, but the after that,
It's like mind blowing the first time, so I don't mind it being at 6. That's what I'm saying. But then we need to put Skyrim at 7.
I'm okay with that.
And that we made that concession when we pushed Skyrim into this bracket. It
Right,
has to be
I'm
6
fine
or
with
7.
that. I'm already good with that.
All right, so there we go.
It's these last 3 that are the pain in the
Hey
butt.
guys, I'm sorry to do this, but
Yeah.
on top of all the technical issues that I've been having, my mom just sent me a text and said that I call her, and it's very important.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure she doesn't have a virus.
Yeah, why don't you
Right.
So
go
I
take
will
care
be
of
right
that?
back. I'll be right back.
All
I'll
right.
be back in a second.
All right.
D-
Okay. I think a lot of people
Also,
are fine.
Also, this proves Dave's mom doesn't watch the show. I can't stop playing with my.
Aceville, what's with the hate for Skyrim, man? Come on, I got Doom on here for you. I got Farpoint really high. What else I got to do for you, Aceville?
I do think of the 3 games we have
Lovely.
left. The Persistence is top on that list.
You think what?
I think the
The
Persistence.
Persistence?
Yeah, I think the Persistence is absolutely number 8. And actually, I think it's in perfect order right now. The Persistence 8, Wipeout 9, Super Hot 10.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And Dave's not here, so fuck him.
It doesn't matter. We could put Persistence at number 1, and I still feel like not enough people will play it. So to me, at this point, it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah. All right. Well, we want to make sure that I'm going to put an asterisk next to all of these because we want to make sure Dave has his say, and if he comes back and doesn't agree with it, then we want to make sure that he
Okay.
gets his word in.
People seem happy with the Persistence. Persistence is amazing. Everybody should play the Persistence. Has anybody not played the Persistence yet?
Yeah, seriously. What the fuck are you doing if you haven't played the Persistence?
It's not apt, but it's antiquated and living up its legacy. No, see again, like I kind of thought the same thing until I played Skyrim again, and then in VR and on a Pro, and I was just like, "This is 10 times better, 10 times better, if not 20 times
I don't
better.
feel like it doesn't feel antiquated when you go into VR. It feels like an amazing VR game. I don't agree with Dave. I mean, I do agree that
I don't agree with the whole dated thing. Yeah,
the menus could be easier to navigate. I'll give him that. But is it? Would I? It's so little of my time is spent in menus that I'm like, I don't even give a fuck. Oh.
Tilt.
Fuck you, I'm Tree Guy, and I'm doing words and stuff because Dave's not here. That's for Aceville, the attack cat, with a $1.99 donation. Sending AJ hugs.
Hug to you too. Hug to you too.
Okay.
I respect your opinion, Aceville, always.
Firebird old school. Tilt.
I know, I saw that.
I love his dedication, man. I do.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to move on to number 1 through 5. I really wish Dave
1 through
was
5.
here.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I wish Dave was here. But let's get a tentative 1 through 5 together, and we can see what Dave thinks when he gets back.
Okay.
So Resident Evil 7 is number 1. Hey, I think we all agree on that. Let's take care of 3 through 5.
I made you a promise. And so I have to go with you on this one. Wait.
What?
Phaser Lock in the house? I didn't see Phaser Lock. Did you see Phaser Lock?
I think maybe Michael Dobert is from Phaserlock.
Oh, yes.
So, thank you for joining us, Michael. We appreciate
what's
it.
up, Michael?
You missed a giveaway, but we said awesome, great things about your game. Send the check to Without
Yes.
Parole. 133. No.
Final Assault is amazing, dude. I cannot stop playing it.
Yeah. The downside is that we didn't get it until right before this top 25 list, and so we really wanted to add it to the list, but we didn't have quite enough time to play it to really give it the time it deserved to get it on
I
this
seriously considered. I almost put it in, but we have to play these games.
I considered it too.
Full extent. But yeah, I totally would have had Final Assault had I gotten to play. But I did beat the story mode one
Dave.
time, and it was fantastic.
David,
back.
everything's okay?
Skirmish.
So here's the deal. Here's the funny thing about moms.
Oh God,
They'll call you and send you a text, say, please call me back. Very important.
we need to know
And then
that
I-
you got that TP.
Well, here's the deal. I called her and I said, hey, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a podcast. Is everything okay? Are you guys in the hospital? Somebody got coronavirus, whatever. And she was like, oh, no, you can just wait till you finish your podcast. You can just call me after you're done. I'm like, how important is this? That you're like,
Did she
blowing
tell
me
you?
up. No, I don't know what it is yet.
What? Oh,
So
I would have
I
made my mom tell me. I would have been like, no. I called you. You need to tell me.
No. She was like, no. Finish your podcast. It's okay. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta delete that comment.
I gotta know what it is, man.
Crafty. Okay, Dave, what do you think of our 6 through 10?
Yeah. So
What
we
do you
got
got? What do you
number
got?
6 is Blood and Truth. Number 7 is Skyrim. 8, The Persistence. 9, Wipeout Omega. 10, Super Hot VR.
I'll take it.
Okay. So now the hard part. Let's
Yes.
we got to debate 3 through 5 because obviously Astro and Resident Evil are the top 2.
Right.
Beat Saber, Firewall, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
Now, since No Man's Sky wasn't built from the ground up for VR, Dave obviously wants it at number 5.
No, that's not what I said at all. That's reductive. What I said is that No Man's Sky. I know you're making a joke.
Yeah.
But No Man's Sky actually implemented the VR support very well, I think. And I think the redesign of the UI makes it easier to play it in VR than it is on flat screen. So I think that I know you're joking, but
I'm going to go with Nike Alexandria's
I
Game
like
Cat.
Nike Alexandria's
She goes
thing,
1
too.
Resident Evil 7, 2 Astrobot, 3 Firewall, 4 Beat Saber, 5 No Man's Sky.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
All right, done. Top 25.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
What?
Fuck. Resident Evil 7 is number 1
Okay,
finally?
so let's talk about that real quick.
Let's argue. No,
No,
that's the one thing I want to argue.
They really
about.
don't want to hear us talk about this again. They made
Well,
this very clear that they don't.
We've
want
done
to.
this every time, though.
Yeah,
So here, but
What the people are tuning in for.
it's the it's the length. It's the replay value. And honestly, I believe horror games are most likely I believe that they are the most effective genre in VR.
the DLC really topped it off for me. I know, like I made a lot of
Not
jokes
even the
in
DLC.
Discord.
Not even the DLC does it. Like I just believe I like Astrobot more. I believe Resident Evil 7 is kind of the better game.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. I'm fine with What is this? Resident Evil 7 number 1,
we have
Astrobot number 2, Firewall number 3, Beat Saber number 4, No Man's Sky number 5.
Did that just happen?
I think that's what's happening. Nike
Brian.
Alexandria.
Oh my god, I'm typing it in before you guys change your mind.
She gave us the whole scoop here. That's the whole thing.
All right, well, she's your pet. I trust her.
Apparently so. I haven't done anything with that yet.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. I feel weird about it.
I've got a couple spare leashes and collars around here if it helps.
I don't know.
And I've never had a pet,
just,
Dave.
like,
So you got to wonder
mail it to
what's
somebody.
happening over here.
Yeah, why do you have leashes around?
Well, I think we all have our answer, don't we?
I think I know.
Yep, I think we all know.
Brian,
Yes.
can you read the whole list?
Okay, here we go. Starting from the top to the bottom. Number 1. Wait, I should start from number 25, shouldn't I?
Yeah, number 20.
Yeah,
right.
25.
Because we need
And
some
then you
build up,
got-
even though
then
it's
you
on the
gotta-
screen.
And then you got to post it in the chat.
I can't post it the way this is. But feel free to start typing now, guys. All right, number 25, Catch and Release. Number 24, Ace Combat 7. Number 23, the Martin Wheeler masterpiece, Separation. Number 22, Tetris Effect, the best game ever made, now in VR. 21, Borderlands 2. That got pushed way the fuck down this list every time we talked about it. Number 20, Doom VFR, that the chat totally disagrees with. Number 19, Trevor Saves the Universe, only on Dave's list, but look how high it is. 18, Zing the Land Beyond, only on AJ's list, look how high it is. Number 17, Golem,
It's for your own good.
it's for your own good. Number 16, Shadow Legend, that Rypop's going to do the voiceovers for because he paid for that slot. Number 15, Battlezone. Again, Dave, killing it with your own entries on this list. That is the Pinball FX VR2 of
It is
of the
And
April
I will-
2020 list.
I think
Battlezone.
Battlezone
yeah.
is really
Yeah,
better than Pinball Effects. I will say.
Actually, I agree.
Neck and neck.
I do agree.
Neck and neck. 14, Static.
Neck and neck.
I'm so glad Static is back. Number 13, Moss.
Static is high up this time.
Just don't
That's
make me
great.
say
You know
Static
how
is my favorite puzzle game.
I forgot.
No, I don't
that
write
we
your
put
scripts
Static
anymore.
that high, and Static is like, you guys should play Static if you haven't played Static. It's
I
fun.
do like that SB is like very intent that we get Durasne on the list at some point.
I will
great
play
game.
Durasne again. I don't think
replayed
it's,
Durasne.
it's so not for me, but I got to get to the dark stuff. I want to get to the dark
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
in
The
Durasne.
ending, the second half of the game is the best part. Number
Yeah.
12.
I've only played the first half.
Speaking of dark stuff, number 12, Rush of Blood. And I'm actually happy that Dave pushed this higher up on the list because
It needs to be there.
it needs to
Yeah.
be there. Number 11,
needs
Farpoint. Number 10, Super Hot VR. Number 9, Wipeout Omega Collection. Number 8, The Persistence.
Wow, that moved up. That moved up. Wipeout. That's like a huge leap for Wipeout, isn't it?
From
Wipeout,
last time,
no.
from the last list?
No.
I thought it was saying like 15 or something.
No, Wipeout was number 10 last time. I
Oh,
think.
okay. I guess I was wrong. I
Yeah.
thought we had
moved
it
up
lower.
one
Okay.
spot.
Number 8, The Persistence. Number 7, Skyrim VR. Number 6, Blood and Truth. Number 5, No Man's Sky. Number 4, Beat Saber, soon to get a fitness song. Number 3, Firewall Zero Hour, never gets old. Number 2, Astrobot Rescue Mission, in its proper place. And number 1, taking back the crown where it belongs, Resident Evil 7, the greatest game ever made.
I don't know about that, but
It's pretty good.
it has a hard time being the best PSVR game, but I still think, I'm happy with this list. This list is much different than last time. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do this without you guys, man. We'd be here forever
Yeah.
without your help. You guys are just as much a part of this list. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Like Acefield says, I love this community. By the way, Community's on Netflix now. Everybody should go watch season 1 through 3.
Yeah, for real? You guys want to start this? You guys want to begin the show the way we begin every show with a little game of should we or shouldn't we?
Ooh,
Put
should
60
we or
seconds up on the
shouldn't we?
clock,
Should
up
we or
on the
shouldn't
counter.
we? It's about time for should we or shouldn't we?
Right. No, guys, this has been an
No,
excellent.
I'm actually ready for that. What? Don't tease me. Let's do it. Come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to say, so I'm just going to put the timer up and you say on your mark, get Des, go.
Oh, I'm going first.
Yeah, you go. Time's
AJ's
ticking.
going first.
Elvert, I'll
This is
Elvert.
AJ's turn.
Okay, 53 seconds.
Oh, am I going? Oh, yeah. Community's on Netflix. Okay. Fuck. What's going on?
47.
Community's on Netflix.
Should
Watch
we or
season
shouldn't
1
we?
through 3.
It's a should we or shouldn't we?
Yeah,
If you like
42.
movie references, it's a should we. Also, where's my other stuff on my list here? I played Sprint Vector. Sprint Vector's on sale. I think. And if Sprint Vector's on sale, go buy Sprint Vector. It didn't make this list, but it's very, very good. And you get some fitness on there. I also played Cavernous Waste. Not good. I also played Star Bear Taxi. Shouldn't we? Star Bear Taxi is a shouldn't we. Cavernous Waste is a shouldn't we. Hey, this is my time. My time. Okay.
Yeah, you got 16 seconds left.
Shit. Okay. What else we got here?
Yeah, how's Gran Turismo doing, buddy?
Gran Turismo is a fantastic game.
Where is it on the list, huh?
But Dirt Rally, get Dirt Rally first because it's only $8.
Yeah, there you go. Definitely give it Dirt Rally. 2, 1.
Okay, I got mine ready to go.
Hold on a second. I gotta do some weird stuff to make this work again.
Okay, it's fine.
All right, on your mark, get Des, go.
Okay, so my should we is I don't know if all of you guys have like art house theaters in your town where you see that cool movie you heard about online that isn't showing at the AMC or the Regal or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Paper Beast.
No. Here's what I'm saying. A lot of those theaters have started doing stuff where you can actually rent the movies at home and watch them and still support that specific theater. So for me in Orlando, Enzion, yeah, the Enzion is a theater I really like, and they've been showing this movie called Bacurau, which is like a Brazilian sort of like John Carpenter movie about like something amiss in this small town in Brazil, and it's supposed to be incredible. I rented it. I got to watch it after this. But yeah, no, I'm saying support your local businesses in this time if you can find some way, because like, you know, they're shut down. A lot of restaurants are having trouble. A lot of movie theaters that are like local kind of small business. So like if you can look for something like that to support people. It's probably been over 60 seconds.
Just
yeah.
ended.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just saying it's cool that you can rent those movies now at home because that's okay. So Alamo Drafthouse is doing the same in Texas. Yeah. And there's actually some movies they have on Alamo Drafthouse they don't have on my local one, but I love Alamo Drafthouse so much I'm going to act like I'm in Austin and pretend and rent those too. So yeah, you know, do that. Support people.
Definitely support people. I guess I'll just go. I don't really have anything, but go. Man, you guys got to watch Tiger King. Tiger King's crazy.
Tiger King is so goddamn good.
Right? Mikey Diaz had sent me game cat extraordinaire, Mikey Sensei.
It's the second should we you've done for Tiger King.
Is it really?
It's allowed. No, it's allowed for Tiger
King. Did I really already do this one?
No, he can do it again. It's fine.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
I hadn't watched it the first time.
Yeah.
If he did it previously, I hadn't watched it before then, so I'm cool with it again.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely ludicrous. There's a bunch of people who are obsessed with owning big cats. Some people are zoos, calling it a zoo. Some people are calling it animal sanctuary. They're all in fucking competition with each other. They're all insane. Tiger King's on Netflix, and it's like, I don't know, like 7 episodes, I think. And it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Something I didn't care at all about. I was like, I'm not interested in this. But it turns out every single person, it's
as soon as you see Joe Exotic, when you see Joe Exotic, and then the guy who's like, oh, yeah, I signed up to do his little dumbass web show because I realized he was like the weirdest fucking guy in the world and I was going to make $1 million.
Yeah.
And then spoilers.
Don't spoil anything. Happen. Don't spoil anything. Go watch Tiger King.
There's
on
murder.
Netflix.
There's intrigue.
Yep.
It's all crazy. And Joe Exotic is quite a lead character.
He is.
He's also got his YouTube country music videos, which are quite...
Which... I do hear.
Interesting.
I do hear. Maybe
he's actually a pretty good singer.
It's according to Mikey Diaz.
Surprised.
Unlikely that it's actually his voice.
Really?
It sounds like he pulled a Milli Vanilli. That's what. If you do a little research, apparently that's what.
I've heard people saying that. Yeah, I've heard people saying he Milli Vanilli did, which I would not be surprised in the least if that's actually what happened.
All right, you guys. It's been a 3.5 hour show. Obviously, this is actually one of the faster top 20 lists we've done because we tried to kind of truncate the original the show before it. So we want to make sure we get out of here while we're still relatively sane. And guys, obviously, you know, over the next few days, I think I'm going to try to stream as much as possible just to make sure I get to hang out with you guys. There's a lot of downtime for everyone lately, so I want to make sure that there's plenty to do.
Actually going on lockdown starting tomorrow for 14 days. Not allowed to leave my house.
Oh, for real?
Can face.
Wait, did you get a?
Yeah, I can face a fine or go to jail.
Atlanta's doing that now. Yeah, so, we have that. We have that in Orlando too.
No, people aren't. Lots of content coming on the channel.
Right? I see so many people outside.
I mean, I do this anyways, so it's not like really a lockdown for me. It's just like, you know, normal.
Now mandatory.
Yeah.
Mandatory, yeah.
Yeah, but make sure you guys, you know what, this conversation that we're having now and the one we had for the last 3.5 hours is kind of the never-ending conversation we have over on the Discord. So click the link in the description, join our Discord server. If you never used Discord before, don't worry about it. It takes a few minutes to figure out. This was my first time using Discord when we started this thing up. So come join us over there, hang out with us, be part of the never-ending conversation. But also make sure you subscribe to Dave over at PlayStation VR. That link's in the description. The PSVR Underground link for AJ is also in the description. Right, make sure you sign up, subscribe to his channel, and hopefully you already subscribed to Without Parole. We're going to try to cover as much PSVR stuff as we possibly can over the next forever, the rest of our lives. So if you guys are fucking hardcore like we are, make sure you hang out. That's all I really got. Make sure you take care of yourselves. You guys got anything?
Wash your damn hands. Don't go out if you don't need to. Just be safe. I hope everybody is okay.
Be
And
safe.
especially if you've got like older people in your life, you know, don't be stupid. Don't do anything.
We're gonna
I
kick
see
this thing fast. We are
my
gonna
neighbors
kick
across
this-
the
starting with
street, man.
us.
My neighbors across the street are having these huge parties with like 15 people, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like,
Ridiculous.
What are you doing?
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the only way we're going to take care of this fast is if we actually go on lockdown and fucking hide out, man. Make sure that we don't spread this thing at all.
Live like us if you can possibly afford to. I know a lot of people out there don't have the liberty of working from home, and that is a huge issue right now.
It's going to suck for a few months, for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys. Thank you very much again for hanging out. This is always kind of a long, drawn-out conversation. But thank you for all of your input. We definitely paid quite a bit of attention to the chat, so thank you very much for being there. And y'all take care of yourself. Have a nice day. We love you.
Do the cat.
Do the cat. Crap, I always never have that ready. Yeah, bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Joe Grover. Lock it down. Oh, hit me, Dave.
Oh,
Get out of here!
Ooh, we got Kramer.
Yep.
You got him.
Kramer 3K with a 2 donations. The stream was far too short. Got lots of snacks left.
Lots
Sorry.
of snacks. I
Sorry
want
to
some of those snacks,
disappoint.
man. I'm hungry as shit. I need to order
Professor
food right now.
Lilith, hello, David Moore. Thank you. Elvert, Moist, SB, Toodle Pip, Andrew C, Later Dudes and Dudettes, Michael Daubert. Great job with Final Assault, man. That game is so much fun.
So much
And go listen to us gush about it earlier in the stream.
Oh, wait, was that
when you
the
get a chance.
devs in here?
That is the
Did they pop
developer.
in?
He's amazing.
I talked to him earlier. Yeah, he said he would pop in.
Yeah, and that game is really awesome. Highly recommend it to everyone while it's still $20. Grandma John, Later, Doug Fu, Ninja Cat, Ace Phil, love you, dude. Guy Son, fist bump to you. Perfected Insanity, Dave Page, Firebird, Old School. Thank you for all the donations, man. Hard to get later, man. Android 16. The VR world is the only safe world right now. I agree, Android.
That's right.
Warren Gore. Can't wait for Warren Gorn. Dave
Warren
Page,
Gore.
Stay Metal, brother. Nike Alexandria. Thank you for helping us with the list.
And thanks for being Dave's pet.
Arlen
I've got leashes to
Theodori,
spare.
Thank you so much for dropping in.
Send me some of those.
Kramer,
Yeah,
for
I
space
was
stars.
never
Durant fan, always appreciate your input. Nick Milo, you're the greatest mod ever. Besides the other mods, of course.
They're all great
Novadamus,
That's it.
Decepticon. Yeah, congratulations.
Awesome. Hey, thank you all the commenters. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for everything. We love you all. Have a great night.
Later.